All right.
Let's start.
Are you be Jack Black? It's like Martha, look, come snap.
Wait,
Chat.
Jacob just started it.
Martha, come look at my penis.
What?
Whoa.
Welcome.
It sounds
The
like a
world
D&D
stage.
session.
Yeah. Welcome to season 2 of the podcast.
We're here. We're not dead, guys.
Or are
How we
we?
were.
We're fully alive, functional adult human beings.
We had 3 bars. Our corpse is resurrecting as we speak.
Marky's just playing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going in, dude.
It's going
I was
in.
actually trying to get sound effects as you guys were talking, but I was like, shit, I don't know here. Let's try this one.
You can't do sound effects if there's no equalizer. You gotta do the thing.
Nah, he's just going. He doesn't care.
Now I'm just gonna go in. Yeah.
No, it's
going
just
ham.
a fuck you.
This guy.
Oh, great. This is a great way to start season 2. The
It
newer,
is.
better, stronger season.
The long-awaited
Only the
I hope-
best season.
How long is season 2 gonna be? I don't fucking know.
I hope
5
you guys
episodes.
enjoyed the silence for a little bit.
Long enough.
Like
Or-
the 6 months hiatus.
I don't
Boy.
think it was 6 months.
I think it was longer.
It was
It
6
takes
months.
it takes 6 months to cultivate our amazing personalities.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
so. I think
baby.
we were just all busy.
We've
The whole
all...
6 months.
Busy.
We were just making content, right? For that whole 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, man. How
We're
did
just
you
gonna-
guys know that
Be ready for the next 6 months. We're gonna be hitting you guys with some
constant videos every
It's
fucking
constant
day?
videos every day.
Why the fuck not? You know.
We're just like right now.
We
We're just
quit all of our
uploading.
jobs. We
Not
dropped
true.
out of school. Everything we need to become YouTubers.
We're not
We don't have
even
any-
We're gonna do a draw my life for viewer 30.
Mhm.
we all moved to LA
Face
now.
reveal at 30 subs.
It's just Xavier with a ski mask.
It's like he takes out the box and you see ski mask.
He has the like seafoam green wig and everything. Hey guys, it's me, Xavier.
I've
Ready
been
to
waiting
do
for
this
this.
unboxing of my
He
face.
takes off the ski mask to reveal another ski mask.
Okay, so now that it's the second season, what are we gonna start off with?
Drugs, obviously.
Yeah, Drugas.
Cocaína.
Well, the first subject I have for us is to talk about what the fuck we've been doing for the past 6 months.
Actually, it's been 3
Absolutely
months.
fucking nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, school.
Oh, we're talking about daily lives. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
in
just,
that case.
just like
Oh,
Yeah,
real life,
basically,
not channel related shit.
we've done nothing for the channel, Jacob.
Exactly.
I mean, we
That's
were
why-
making
that's why he's
videos
talking
in
about-
between our times of doing things.
Oh, yeah.
I want a disclaimer right now. I was trying to get us to make videos, but none of us wanted to.
Look,
Nope.
I'd
Nope.
upload.
I don't remember that at all. Nope.
No.
It's just
And
fuck
coming
you guys.
back next season.
Season 3.
Next season will be gameplay videos for now.
Yeah.
Season
Next
podcast.
season, even though we got copyright claims on all those videos.
Ricky, one of your videos alone has 4 copyright claims.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was good.
You are alone gonna make the channel shut down.
Hey, blame Fallout with the copyright claims of music. Stupid music.
I've finished writing a book and have been writing the next book.
I feel like you're lying to me
That's been my life.
because
I have an
You
editor
know,
now. I need to do
I'll-
weekly check-ins.
I don't know if you guys know, but obviously his books are based off me, and he hasn't talked to me about them. So
Well, I don't need to. I just have video
Just-
streaming from your house all
Yeah,
the time.
right now.
Just
We're all
references.
watching it right
that
now.
makes more sense, you know. Now that I think about it, your first book had a lot of things about my personal life that I didn't think you'd know.
Yeah,
do you
Danny's
know
there just constantly.
Yeah, this one character was like, wow,
Danny is his
this character
secret
looks-
agent.
Yeah, this character sounds a lot like Danny, and I'm like, I don't get it.
It's like that one fucking Kevin James. Yeah, Kevin James.
What?
The one where he's the writer and he writes like a spy story, but then he gets kidnapped because they think he's a real spy.
That's exactly
sounds
it.
really shitty.
Yeah, it does.
It's Kevin
Exactly how
James,
it
so it's
went
actually
down.
pretty funny. I like.
I don't
Kevin
know,
James.
man. I ain't about that Kevin James.
What, you don't like fat white guy, huh?
No.
Fat white American guy who thinks he's funny.
I think he's funny. Hey, you put those away. Don't you start with that. I've made a new
start
creed of my
referencing
editing
shit
will.
again.
All right.
You know what's even funnier about that? That's supposed to be a Tokyo Ghoul thing, but it's even funnier because I just read as hide.
What, instead of Seige?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I read that as high too. I was like, oh, it's probably like it got cropped out or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. I just read it as height.
It's
You can't do a podcast and then reference stuff that they can't see.
exactly.
Well, that's why Jacob's putting it in.
That's why I'm gonna start
Oh,
putting
you're
them in
right.
now.
Right.
Season 2 full of improvements.
Season
Mhm.
2,
For
I'm
Jacob,
gonna
and
work
only
harder.
Jacob.
Yeah, because this podcast is like the biggest thing on the channel for no reason.
Hey
I
man,
love hearing us
we
talk
had, like,
about stupid shit.
we had
Yeah.
a burst of views for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A burst of
reeled
views
in.
that we did not follow up on.
Shit.
A
We're like,
burst of
okay,
views that were just gone.
There was a
I remember
crossover
we had,
event
like-
we were gonna do that never happened.
We had like 40 views on the Dick Punchers thing. Now it's at 6.
What the fuck?
I don't
How
know.
does that even happen?
No, it means like the analytical crap or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Always.
Anyway, that's what I've been doing.
Some
God, stop talking about yourself.
Yeah, man.
I went first. You guys are free to go. Go ahead.
I didn't do anything. I had midterms.
School.
Yeah,
School's
school.
a lot.
I mean, Kelsey's just school.
School's intense. College sucks.
I've been
College is the
playing
best. What are you talking about? I learned so much.
Got
Been
so
playing
much money.
games and not editing them. It's great.
Yeah, that's what I
recorded
did.
those
I
games that I'm
recorded a
playing.
bunch of games and then I didn't sync the audio right, so the audio was really quiet. So sorry.
You also got banned from the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's- Too bad none of us were recording that or like had
Yeah.
Shadow Play on for that shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got banned from a game that I shouldn't have gotten banned from. It's okay.
We're not gonna call it out here.
But it's a fun game.
Hey, Ubisoft.
guys- You guys should play it.
Yeah.
Anywho,
You don't
now
know
for our
what it
next
is, but
completely unrelated
for it.
topic, guys. There's been a hot mess going around with Siege. And that's that. Since the new people are coming out, there's a debate going on whether or not Siege is getting too unrealistic.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got them spicy.
People are saying like with the whole space zombies and Finka, it's
I
like
just-
adrenaline thing and
Because
Lions fucking like wall hacks that
They're
people are like, this is
bio-
too
I
sci-fi.
don't-
This is too
when
I
a
don't-
unrealistic.
soldier carries metal reinforced walls and infinite
In his
weapons
pocket. In his
in their
pocket.
Yeah, that's the one
Where
I
do they
go
put the
to too.
crowbar?
Of like,
So, like-
so
like,
that
the whole-
argument is dumb.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's dumb because the game's not realistic anyways, because it's a game.
I feel like it's not so
Caviar
much-
can actually slow the way she walks.
She-
Like,
She puts on some like sandwich baggies on her feet.
She
No,
takes
she-
off
she-
her shoes and has
Yeah,
socks
she
on.
just does
Yeah.
the PUBG thing. She
Yeah.
carries them around, like she ties them around over her neck and like runs around. It's like, oh shit, I gotta put them on right now, real quick.
Put 'em on.
Come on, guys. There's no such thing as a fucking Tachanka turret. That's completely unrealistic.
Yeah, man.
Like with the vanilla heroes, I don't think there's anything too far-fetched, I guess. I mean, outside of the I have unlimited
Look,
wooden panels in my fucking butt pocket.
And when you're castle and you're nailing down a wall, you don't nail it down to the foundation of the thing. You nail it down diagonal to the thing, and it doesn't work. That does not work.
You're not nailing it into anything.
This is fact.
Where does-
Nails
If
through
you-
it.
where does Catherine
Yeah.
keep his drill? That's the real question.
If you want
It's a
unrealistic,
sidearm.
let's be real here. Ash hitbox, not real, dude.
Yeah,
Unreal.
for those.
I think,
There you go.
I think for the sake of conversation,
Look.
that it's
Bat-
Squid and Beauty Sanders need to relax. With the
Yeah.
small
Blitz
hitbox.
hitbox, unrealistic. Dude.
Unrealistic.
yeah, his head needs to be bigger.
His head goes through his shield. Like his head is literally in front of his shield.
That's
His
why
head is the hill.
they're
What are you
gonna
talking about?
make him a 3-speed.
Yeah.
Who else? was
He's gonna go
vanilla?
grab a photo.
I think only castles is the only thing I wouldn't be able to believe in the realm of reason. Like, I don't think you can make things that bulletproof and tough that you can just fucking roll down.
What
Yeah,
about
it does come out in a little rolly ball.
Yeah, he
thing.
just
Oh,
rolls
wait.
it straight down, and it's like bop.
It could
bop,
be like nylon
dead.
stuff, you know?
what about Doc though? He kind of just shoots you anywhere and it heals you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, if you get shot from someone, you can die if it like hits a critical area.
I guess him and Doc would be like the big two to me then. Because I'm pretty sure like no amount of adrenaline's gonna make you not feel that bullet wound.
The fact you
Wait.
die from frost traps is like, or like you get put in dying state from frost traps is so wild to me.
Look, let's look at Rick, man. You're an armor boy who has armor. How do you put on more armor on top of your armor?
Yo,
oh,
boy,
these
I-
are really well knitted sweaters, right?
I heard you like armor. I got some armor to put on your armor.
That's literally what it is. Why would you put more on?
Also, the fact that Capcan mines do not kill the person on the first blast, but I can get put in dying state from a frost trap that only goes on my foot. What the fuck?
My ankle compared to.
Well, technically. Yeah,
Well,
that
What
doesn't
about
make sense.
Smoke though?
Smoke is
What about
undefined.
smoke?
Yeah, there's nothing
Like
wrong.
he's got gas mask, but other people have gas masks. Can't go.
Oh.
Aren't using chemicals a war crime?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
you were gonna go there.
He's a war criminal.
Okay, that works
Hold
too.
on. I actually fucking did research on this beforehand, and I learned that only refers to when we're at war with other places. When acts of terrorism, fucking go nuts.
Go nuts.
Like when fighting terrorists, the
Yeah.
rules of the Geneva Convention do not apply, so Smoke's fine. He'd probably
Alright.
get like a pretty big slap on the wrist, but like,
Later on,
They're not gonna
okay,
stop
be like,
him.
hey,
We're doing the podcast one.
Okay.
hey,
And
sir boy.
yeah, Smoke. So what about the other people with gas masks and fully covered on their body?
It's because it goes onto your skin and goes.
Yeah, what about Thatcher?
What
He's
about
covered.
Mew? Yeah, Mew or Thatcher? Hello.
It goes onto your skin and goes.
They don't have skin showing.
They do have skin showing.
it's
It just
so
goes on you.
dumb.
They don't have skin in
Thatcher?
general, Ricky.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
just like
did you
suit
know?
and leather.
Look, Smoke invented it. He put his genes in it so it doesn't affect him.
So it's a bio
How does that work? That doesn't really like putting some
What
gene-
does he just
Alright,
have a special gas mask?
Custom made, dude.
It could be custom.
It's a full body gas mask.
Whole body gas mask. You guys don't know, but it actually.
I mean, he
fits,
does
like-
have like the respirator in the back of him.
Like it's
He
like
could
skin
actually
tight,
smell
like,
his
that
own
thing goes
skin.
throughout his whole body.
Could be.
It's a whole bodysuit. You guys just don't see it.
Wild theory. Fucking Smoke doesn't have any like sense of smell. So
Smoke in reality is actually just smoke.
He's this ninja from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this? Montaigne has this big ass helmet. How come it only takes one headshot to kill him?
Oh my
Wouldn't
god.
it at
It's a
least
paper
like
mache,
hurt him a
dude.
little
But we can't kill Ash in one headshot because he can't hit her head. She's not wearing it. She's wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah. She's wearing literally just a baseball cap.
Also, I'm pretty sure heartbeat monitors, like, we can just put that on guns, right?
Literally, these helmets
dude.
don't
never
fucking.
played Modern Warfare 2.
Jackal's thing
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
exist
Have
IRL.
you ever
Heartbeat
played
sensor.
Alien?
No, we're on vanilla right now because people say that Caviera is the start of the
Wildness?
unrealistic abilities. That
You
You
can
can
people have.
totally
Makes
master your
sense.
steps
Yeah, you-
by how
Bear
you
trap,
like step
boy,
anyway.
girl.
Yeah, that's totally a thing.
Like if you step from like your toes, you could literally like be pretty silent doing
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
They're gonna
I
run
think-
out of Diaz if they
I
only
think
try
the
to
only
do
unrealistic
realistic.
part is when you can see them after you stab the dude in the neck.
Yeah, that.
Well, you
That's
technically
an-
interrogate them and you get to hear their locations, like them talking.
Yeah,
through their little
but then you
headset
see
or
where they
whatever.
go, where they're
Okay,
going.
yeah, that
from
doesn't
there.
make sense.
I've thought
Other
about
than that,
this
it
like
kinda
for a
makes
long time. I thought it'd be way cooler if like instead of being like a you do it once and it happens, what if you were just to sit there and hold them, and as long as she's over them, the team can see where they are,
OP.
and then when she stops, then you just kill them.
like you would at least know that like the person
OP.
being interrogated.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the trade-off of
Damn.
now I know that.
Caviero will suck then.
Yeah, we know that what's
you
happening.
would.
Yeah, but like that would answer people's fucking that shit's fake.
Unrealism.
Yeah.
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 It could, yeah, I guess. Either
Why
way,
does it
the
matter?
game's the game. It doesn't matter.
doesn't. It's just conversation, I guess.
Video game, man.
Does it make sense? Is it realistic that you could pick the same character every match after you die over and over and over again?
Yeah,
survival tactics.
Does it make any
eventually.
sense that we wait 30 seconds to rush them while they're setting up their defenses? I mean,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
but you know what? We don't care.
And we only fight for
wanna
exactly
play.
3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Look, Ricky said it
Regardless of
himself. He
situation.
said it's a simulation. He said, "Oh, they're just practicing." That's
Oh
what
yeah, I
Ricky
did.
said.
I did say that they're practicing what they're gonna do to the terrorists.
That's why they're waiting.
That's why they're like, okay, you're gonna set up your junk and then we're gonna go in, because we can't just go in blind, you know. You have to at least know your location.
What about Capital?
Let's be real here, though.
Yeah,
Why
he's
does
just-
His
he's just
fire
a
Just
bowman
has
with
a
fire
just a
and
guy with
smoke.
yeah.
why does Doc? Why do his eyes just make him look like he's immortal HD? Let's be real here. That's the real question. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. People are too caught up about realism in games.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
matter
doesn't
as long
matter.
as the game is immersive and very fun to play.
It's all
when you
about
break
how
down
fun
to
it is.
That's also
What
what I think
matters,
about.
the realism that matters is like the gun mechanics.
No, what matters is the fucking sound, because
Sound.
Sound
Yeah,
is not realistic.
yeah,
The
Let's be
sound
honest.
is realistic. quote
No, it's
unquote.
not.
Oh,
no.
Fuck up.
okay, yeah, it is.
If someone's standing behind the wall that's not reinforced and I can hear them running
It's
back
not
and forth,
realistic.
I don't want to hear them from like in
A
front of
hallway
me,
to
but
my
they're behind
right.
the wall in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear him to the closest door. I want to hear them right next to me.
Almost realistic, dude.
It's
Almost.
almost. See, look, there it goes. See,
Sound can't
now,
travel through walls.
now there's the argument that the game isn't realistic because the sound isn't realistic. So there you go, bam.
You're not realistic. Bam.
Anyway,
Sounds
Finka
like
and Lion
sound isn't
are good.
realistic.
I love them.
Like sounds doesn't get muffled through walls or anything. It just goes through walls.
Plus, I can't say it's unrealistic because Outbreak is a separate game mode you don't have to play.
Also,
See,
only
you
gonna be
know
around
what?
for a month.
See, look,
Pretty sure
Outbreak could
Jackal's
be.
thing isn't real.
Outbreak
Outbreak.
is legit. They're just missions.
Yeah, see, look, Outbreak could be also be simulation. What if this happened?
It's
What
not.
could
It's
we
not.
do? See, could be.
What about Echo's drone? Is that real? Is that a thing that can be
Yeah, that
real?
can
No.
totally be real.
That's real.
Yeah.
'Cause, like we already have drones in the fucking sky, with fucking cams and shit. They have,
So
you
that's
even have
that
fucking
means like
missiles on them.
Lion's thing could be real. What they detect like motion.
I don't think Habana's things could be real. And even if it could be, like, it'd be super unpractical.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
you're
yeah,
kind of
because
like you wanna...
Thermite's thing is actually more realistic because it's just all
Yeah.
C4
And
around.
Also,
it's
it.
Ying is
literally
like
just
fucking
thermite.
bullshit. You're just gonna blind it all your teammates. Like,
All that is a bunch of flashbangs tied to, like, a fucking, like, those little
Bro.
Chinese fireworks.
it's like so. Yeah, it's like a Chinese firework.
But a
It's so, like-
flashbangs. So you just
But
sit
your
there and just throw it
glasses-
in.
These regular, like, plastic-looking goggles.
These prescription
you're
mom
fine.
glasses.
Fucking Mira's thing is
That's
also.
fine. I believe Mira's thing.
You're just
Mira's
gonna
thing is
smash up a wall, or a reinforced wall like that.
Yeah, like alright, putting the
I got
initial,
this
like
tinted
putting it
window,
on the
dude.
wall doesn't seem realistic because like you gotta like smash, like you said, you gotta smash it into the fucking wall in order for it to like actually activate.
Yeah. Fucking Tachanka's thing's unrealistic.
What about
because that shit
Glaz's
shouldn't
stuff?
recoil at all.
Look,
Glaz
Glaz.
is fine. He's just a dude with a thermal scope.
But the thermal scope doesn't affect your teammates; only affects bad people.
Hey,
It's got
how
selective.
come I
Obviously,
can shoot
they're
through
wearing
plain as
special
glass, but no one
equipment.
else can shoot him?
You know what? They should go back to playing Modern Warfare 2 because in Modern Warfare 2, when you had the thermal scope, it affected your teammates as well. They were also
Look,
Oh,
look,
shit.
they should just make Rainbow Six into Modern Warfare 2.
Come on, guys.
Oh,
Be
dude,
real.
you're
Modern
right. There you
Warfare
go.
2 Siege.
66
God.
fucking team
AKA,
deathmatch.
AKA, I want Ubisoft to fuck me harder, dude. Like honestly.
Everyone should have the
Ubisoft
Zofia
Montreal.
passive.
I'm
Other
glad
than
did
that, I mean, I definitely think it's a step toward the more sci-fi with Finka and Lion.
But I mean,
Pretty
I'm sure the other operators they add are gonna be different too.
Yeah.
So.
I can't wait for them to like get feedback from this and be like, all right, we made a dude whose power is he has laser sight.
The laser
This
sight
guy
goes
has
through
all
every
the worst
wall.
stats in the game, but his gun is godlike.
He just has like
So
a
it's just-
real gun.
Just another Blackbeard.
New character. It's just recruit, but you can change
He's
the,
just good at
the
killing
attachments
things.
on the gun.
But he won't have the shield, so he's just worse Blackbeard.
He's just forced Blackbeard.
What are you talking about? Blackbeard doesn't have a shield. He has some paper mache he puts in front of his face.
Hey
Okay.
man, the
Man.
paper mache is enough, dude.
That
enough
paper
to
mache
stop
is
that
enough to
first
stop my
bullet.
bullets.
What if
I
like they
think
make
Blackbeard.
like one with like you know how Buck has a keystone or a master key
Mm-hmm.
or something?
Yeah, I think he-
Let's just replace with like a grenade launcher.
Oh yeah, just make another guy like Bug with the grenade. Well, I mean, we have like 2 people like that already, except it's not on their gun.
Yeah.
No, but like it's gotta be like high explosive or more anti-personnel.
There's a
To be
dude
exact.
who just
Like
has
a
a
nuke.
fucking shrapnel grenade. That's it. He has one shrapnel grenade that will just
That's
clear
all
the
he
He's
got.
just
room.
Legion. He's just
Yeah.
attacker Legion who shoots it into a room and it just hits everybody and they have to take it
It's
out.
fused and he doesn't have to plan it. He just chucks it into a fucking room.
But wouldn't that mean the ADS would catch it?
Yep. You didn't say he was a good character.
ADS already catches that shit, dude.
He only has one.
Dude, do you have a similar character like Vigil, but except the drone's not seeing him, it's the people. They can just
You can only see him on cameras and drones.
Get the Five Nights at Freddy, that shit. It's like,
Well, what
alright,
is
everybody,
this?
hold up, wait right here. Someone go
What
in,
is this
go.
fucking horror game? What
No,
is that from?
you can
It's
only
like SCP.
you can only shoot at him when you're looking at him.
Well, you know they remade SCP, like
Of course
for
they did.
new engine.
Wow. They finally left that old ass garbage engine known as Source.
Yeah. But yeah, do we have anything? What do we have anything? Do we have anything positive to say about Finka and Lion?
I think they're gonna be
They're
fun.
cool.
Yeah, they're gonna be fun.
They're gonna
I'm
be-
excited
definitely
for
gonna be
Outbreak
fun.
because I
Yeah.
have like Left 4 Dead withdrawals.
Yeah, but Left 4 Dead withdrawal.
Well, 2 of us in this at the moment, we're playing Left 4 Dead, but no one
Don't
wants to
wanna
fucking join.
Play it. I played with you
know,
guys
dude.
once.
So look, the thing
I'm
is, I have to
sorry
download the game,
That I
and I don't
have
have time.
to Vermintide left for Siege 3.
He doesn't have time to play Left 4 Dead, but he has time to play Siege,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, that is literally.
I got Left 4
Well,
Dead 3 now,
alright,
dude.
so-
I got Vermintide 2. I never need to touch Left 4 Dead again.
You gotta touch it for the realism, bro.
Anyways,
The realism of
We've
being
been-
one
we've been
shot
talking
down.
about Siege for a bit now. Should
Yeah.
we segue to the next?
Yeah, we should go to something else that isn't Siege, because we can probably keep going and see.
You want me to announce it?
I can think of a billion things.
Oh yeah, go for the announcement.
Welcome to our new segment. What's on the rad?
Names don't just change. Alright,
When you
so
get-
what have you guys been watching? Like on TV, movies, shows?
Bitch, you know what we've
YouTube?
been watching.
Bitch,
You're all
I
there.
know, but now we can talk
Today-
about it.
Today we watched Jumanji.
What is this, a book club?
We
Yeah.
watched Jumanji.
Yeah,
We'll watch
Oh, you're right.
Kong
Oh,
Skull
yes.
Island.
You guys watch
Yeah, book club's
Jumanji
cool.
and
Yeah,
Congo?
you missed it, Edwin.
Damn.
Yeah, we watched Jumanji and we watched Kingsglaive, which, by the way, was pretty great.
fucking
And
Oh,
Skull,
that
and
was-
Skull Island.
Oh yeah, we watched Kong Skull Island.
We watched 3 movies today. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck? I
Yeah,
wanted to go
dude.
play Persona for one day, and this is what happened.
One day.
One day.
I do not believe that.
Persona doesn't play you, man. You
Persona
don't play Persona,
isn't-
man.
Persona is
Persona
his
plays,
life.
dude.
I was telling, who was I telling? I just remember that I beat Persona 5 and I'm like, I'm lost without it. I don't know what else to
Oh
play.
yeah, you told me about that. We were just like, I'm just like in awe now. It's just.
What else to play?
I'm
Like,
just trying,
like,
I'm trying
what's
to chase
the
the
main
fucking
character?
thrill of it. I'm like, I need my Japanese simulator.
I was like, leave it for a week and come back and start playthrough 2.
Oh,
You can play
man.
on New Game Plus.
Yeah,
There's
New-
the
New
optional bosses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those twins are.
What about
They're
Satan
hard.
though?
Oh, they're so hard.
Isn't this away from the question, Jacob?
No,
You
it's
should be
fine. It's just
monitoring this
conversation,
thing.
dude.
Okay, but yeah, we
We've
have
never
we've been watching
strictly held
movies.
to our
Lots of
shit.
movies.
It should be movie oriented.
Movie oriented. Or I mean, like,
Yeah,
yeah, we
what
just saw
movie?
those 3.
We saw those 3, but yeah, the only thing
Watch
I've been
them.
watching is I don't even watch TV anyway.
I
just
guess
sit down and I do
we
nothing.
should totally start with today, because 3 months of us watching stuff is way too long. There's too many things.
We watched a Japanese host club thing though,
Oh yeah, that
and
was
then
cool.
I
Yeah.
can't even remember like anything
Um,
else.
I hope he bookmarked it or something, because that's pretty good.
What?
Anyways,
I started watching Bates Motel, and I have definite issues with that show.
Oh, Black Mirror. We watched Black Mirror.
Oh yeah, we watched all.
Oh,
yeah, we
right.
finished that.
That's a fun ride.
Technology, good.
Technology bad.
We can sum up all of Black Mirror right here, guys.
No, it's technology.
No.
bad.
technology bad. Technology good.
You gotta add... There you go.
What?
That
Black
is
Mirror, dude.
literally the thing.
No, technology bad.
Who gave him this power?
Me.
Himself.
I gave myself
Yeah.
this power. I
This
seeked it out
Discord, 'cause It's
myself.
open source.
It's not even because of that. All you have to do is change the line.
That's why.
For some reason, I was about to correct you on you saying you seeked it out. I was about to, you sook it out, and then I was like, that's not a word. Come on.
Damn it! Fuck! We should let her go.
Dang, Kelsey, I'm sick.
Black Mirror was a ride.
It's pretty good, dog.
It's kind of like a
Breaking-
roller coaster where it has its ups and it has its definite downs.
It's like Goliath. It just goes up, up, and then it's just all down from there.
What were
But
some
then it
of your
goes up
guys'
again.
favorite episodes?
I don't remember.
Like
museum
I don't
one
know,
was
the
pretty
entire
cool.
series, or
I really like the museum one. That one was definitely
Like the last episode of the newest season, museum
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
That is a good one.
it's a really good one.
My personal favorite one is the fucking scary game VR.
Oh wait,
Alright, IRL.
the one with the guy who's like looking at little kids.
Oh yeah.
I
You
like
go around.
Spoilers to that episode because that's literally
I like the guinea
last
pig
scene.
one.
Oh yeah.
oh, the guinea pig one was pretty cool too.
That's a good one.
I don't even remember that one.
It's like, you know, like they like look at their memories like on a screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the one with the tablet?
No.
No, that's the mom over being like overly off the top.
My
dramatic
kid had a
perspective.
dicky in them? Absolutely not. Yeah, but her boyfriend is dealing like cocaine though, so that's kind of.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, that's like trying to be the subplot of it, but it's like, nah, dude, we can deal with the mom right now, real quick. Fuck the drugs right now. We can talk about the mom real quick. Yo, mom, why you doing that? What the fuck?
That just
Let me beat your ass with this iPad.
Hey, long point story. Bates Motel kind of sucks. I don't think I'm gonna keep watching it.
I tried watching one day at a time, but I was like, one, I know how the story goes. Two, I don't find this. It's like the kids are pieces of shit, which pisses me off even more.
hey, look, we were watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho kicks ass, guys. You should watch it.
Arc tournament art. The only arc anyone ever remembers.
It's the
Yeah,
only one that
yeah.
ever played on Toonami.
Why?
They played the beginning. That was it. And then the tournament.
I never.
They played all of Hunter x Hunter, so I don't know what the fuck's
No, yeah, that's dumb, but it's good.
Is it? Is it?
Well, that's because Hunter x Hunter came after the reboot.
Niv, is it?
Oh. Yeah, because they had the OVA, and that was kind of okay.
Still waiting for season 5 of JoJo. My favorite
They-
part.
they-
We'll be waiting for like another while
They can do it like at the end again
at the end of
this
the
year,
year.
maybe. Yeah, most likely.
One day.
Unless they keep
Jonah.
doing Rohan OVAs, because everybody loves Rohan,
What a bunch of
because it's
follow.
totally not Iraqi in his like.
It's totally not his favorite character.
Yeah, because it's not him. It's totally not him.
Man, I reread the fucking Giorno meets Jolene, Araki meets everybody.
Yeah, Iraqi meets everybody.
Those are so fun to read, even though they're so stupid.
Yeah, here they are. So, what's the next question? I think we kind of got over that one already.
Yeah, that's what we've been watching.
Yeah.
Were we gonna talk about the movies we watched today, or what?
Well, we could.
You want to talk about specifically the ones we watched today?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, might as well
Why
since it's
not?
already fresh in our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Shall we start off with King's
The
Blade?
King's Blade, yeah.
King's
Okay.
Blade.
Final
Fuck
Fantasy,
yeah,
it's
dude.
the movie to Final Fantasy 15
Look, Final Fantasy 15 is coming out tomorrow.
on
It
PC.
means I could got it. So we're like, hey, let's watch the movie so we can get to know more. And we're like,
Somewhere the story.
I watched the trailer yesterday night. And we're like, holy shit, it's Aaron Paul in the fucking movie. So like, we
Yeah,
gotta
Yeah,
watch
dude,
this now.
It's all it needed.
Yeah.
Now we gotta watch it.
I'm
And
next,
I was like,
bitch.
Whoa, Aaron Paul.
Oh my god.
I got really excited.
So we booted that up today, and we were like watching, and I was like, holy shit, that shit's 2 hours. And I wasn't expecting it to be that long. Probably like an hour 30.
And then,
So-
like, Kelsey, I think, was the one who brought up, like,
What?
yeah, fucking Advent Children's also 2 hours.
No, that was Zarky.
Oh, Zargi.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I didn't bring up Advent Children, but I didn't say the time.
Kelsey came in like an hour later.
I came in also an hour later.
No, you were there for like the first 30 minutes.
Well, I was there for the first 30 minutes. I'm like, what the heck is this? This looks like Final Fantasy. They like doing
Yes, it
teleports
is.
and stuff, and I was like, is this Final Fantasy? They look too
Yeah.
real.
This is
Anyways.
really my only complaint with the movie. A quick aside. I won't take long to explain. That I don't like the art style because it is both too cartoony and too realistic at the same time. And the Uncanny
With
Valley
CG. Don't
bothers
forget
me a
CG,
lot of the
Jacob.
time.
Don't forget CG.
It's not every character. A lot of the main characters, like Aaron Paul's character, Nyx, looked fine. Like, a lot of characters looked fine for the most part. But there is a
I think-
handful of characters that, like, are just in
I'm
this
pretty-
weird uncanny valley of looking
It's
like
what Ricky
CG
said,
and too
they-
much
They
like a
ripped it from the
person.
game. They just
Yeah.
stole the model and then just animated it.
But she wasn't the only one that had that problem.
Yeah, because they stole a bunch of them. The king, the other dude, the
Like,
lady.
old man
who
Paul
else?
Rudd looked fine.
Paul Rudd looked fine because, I don't know.
because it looks good in the game. So
Yeah,
they're
it
like,
looks
oh,
good in the
hey,
game.
this, I just throw that over into the movie. All right, we're good.
The lady princess doesn't look too good. Even in the game, she doesn't look that good.
Anyway, that was my only problem. But it's not like a super big deal. It wasn't like a deal breaker. I still thought it was a really good movie. Anyway, go on.
Fuck.
It was pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. Like, even without knowing the story yet, because from what Jacob filled me in, that this is going on during while they're having their little adventure,
At the start
Their
of the
boy
game,
band.
yeah.
Tour.
and that was nice to know.
Alright.
So watching all of this happen was pretty interesting.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it right now, we will be able to fight Death Knight because he didn't die.
He didn't die.
Oh wait, he did die.
Wait,
Maybe
did-
they'll resurrect.
Hey, wait, you don't see
He,
him
it
die.
panned out, dude.
Yeah, you see the
It
pan out,
panned out.
though. The Final
I guess
Fantasy
you're right.
death pan out. But we don't see him like.
Yeah.
we know
Man.
that Aaron Paul
Aaron
died.
Paul's character was so sick, though.
Yeah. And
I
just you
came
know,
here
like,
to tell you that I don't need your power.
Suck
And
a
wow,
dick, dumb
that's so
shit.
fucking sick. We're gonna give you our power for a little bit.
You're too metal, dude. It was rad.
You know what? I think you're worthy.
It's
That's
like the
real
Ted
cool.
scene from I don't know if you guys seen it where he's like getting the job interview and he's like, "Why should I hire you?" He's like, "I fucked your wife. No one's ever told me that." It's like, yeah, well, they don't have the balls to do it. You're hired. Fuck you. You getting a promotion. Fuck.
And then next movie, King Kong. I wasn't there for that one.
I enjoy the King Kong movie because it does King Kong, but it doesn't have to redo all of the previous King Kongs we've seen for 3 hours.
Fuck
Hour
you,
and
Peter
a-
Jackson. Okay. Fuck you.
And the best
Don't-
thing in that movie is when they fall into the chasm of insects.
Donkey
I was
Kong is there, and he's like, "Let me put the fucking clap on you," and it's sick
Let
as
me
fuck,
up smash.
dude. He does the fucking whoa, it's the fucking up smash, and it's sick.
But he doesn't do the bongo drums when he slams the ground. He goes,
No, they play without smash balls, dude. It's competitive.
Yeah.
Give him time limit, man. Come on now.
Hello.
Hello.
So-
He puts the clap
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
on. He starts playing Conqueror during that one action sequence.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
It's sick, dude. All I want to
There's a
see
line.
from that movie is King Kong fuck shit up, and that movie is about King Kong fucking shit up.
It does have a little bit too much of fucking humans being humans, and
Wait,
like I was like,
Well,
Which is any giant monster movie, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, at the-
Godzilla, but other than that,
all right. So if we were to go back to like the old school Godzilla, would we have that much like
Yes.
scenage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
all
my
right.
god, yes.
there's a lot of.
There's so
People.
much, like, just people talking. It's
It's
like,
like,
the only-
Godzilla. We need to stop.
it kind of sucks. But you have stuff like Jet Jaguar later on when they kind of figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
You have fucking Baby Rider and shit. Like, it's great.
But overall, yeah, Skull
my
Island,
God.
cool. Can't wait for fucking the duel between King Kong and Godzilla.
Godzilla coming soon. Oh,
No,
don't forget
dude,
the Jaegers.
they
Don't
gotta-
forget Jaegers.
They got a team
Damn
up.
it.
Wait,
I
oh,
missed
is that actually canon?
Yeah, they're gonna do
Yeah.
Jaegers with
Fuck
Godzilla
yeah.
and King Kong.
Yeah, that's all gonna be in the same universe.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
so
like the fourth
excited.
movie, I think.
Yeah, but
I
Probably,
think it's the fourth movie.
because this at the end of this month it's
It's
what
the
you call it?
second Pacific Rim 2.
Uprising. Yeah, Uprising.
And then after that, it's gonna be the Godzilla movie. And then after the Godzilla movie, it's gonna be the King Kong movie. And then after King Kong, it's gonna be all the dudes fight each other of Jaegerland and Godzilla.
Jaegerland.
The
The one thing I'm not gonna look forward to is like the bullshit way that they try to explain like, oh yeah, we've known about King Kong and Godzilla, we just haven't fucked with them.
what is?
Well, in the Jaeger part of the world, they're kind of in the future, aren't they?
yeah,
so-
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Idris Elba's character when he's young, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
It's gonna be them when it's
Mm.
younger, like the start of the Jaeger shit. I don't think
no,
it's gonna be
are you
like.
talking about Uprising?
No.
No,
The
not
for, like,
last-
the next-
when they're fighting
next-
each other.
Yeah, when
King
they fight
Kong,
each other,
Godzilla, and
Ah,
Jaeger.
okay.
It's before the Pacific Rim movies.
Well, yeah, when they had like Mark Ones,
Yeah.
Radioactive Mark Ones.
fucking the Mark Ones, and then the rise of Mark Twos.
Yeah.
The Mark IIs have protective shields over them to stop radiation from leaking into the cockpit.
We probably should have done that. Should have been a thing we did earlier.
They didn't see it coming.
There's it coming.
Yeah, that's what I was
Last
just drop it in there.
No, I will.
And then we saw Jumanji,
Jumanji.
which I thought it was just like a reboot because that's what people were calling it. But then when it finally you guys told me this a sequel, I was like, oh, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, because in the beginning, the kid brings them the board game. And
And then he has like a little.
it's
They
like in
make
the
up a
90s.
fucking console instead of asking like Sega, like, hey, can we use your console? You're like, you'll be getting to.
It
Motion.
wasn't them, like, we had
Oh,
to
for
ask
it.
Sega. It was, we're not gonna pay Sega to let us use their fucking machine.
Yeah,
I have a question.
but instead, they,
Hello?
you know what? They put the money towards the soundtrack
And
I
The
know,
A lot of
Rock.
background noise?
and The Rock.
What is your
That,
question?
that's what they did. That's why they didn't
Yeah.
like ask for a thing.
The
has
highest
a
paid
question.
actor of the fucking, like, past 2 years or whatever. The Rock.
Yeah, it used to be Robert Downey Jr. Now it's him.
Dude. Fucking The Rock, man. I'm doing that thingy where you tight buttholes, dude.
I thought you were doing his signature eyebrow, like
The,
Did you
the
reference
smoldering
Workaholics?
gaze.
with smoldering gaze. Yeah.
Did they what?
Did Jacob just reference Workaholics?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, tight butthole, man. Come on.
Tight a butthole, dude.
Damn, dude.
You should put that on the fucking list. Let's watch that.
The first 2 episodes are kind of whatever,
First
but it gets
two
pretty good. Though.
seasons are good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched beyond that. That's why I'm saying it's the first two. Are good.
Oh, I had to
Oh,
take a
yeah.
tracker chat later.
Check this out.
Check
Watch
it
out.
out.
Oh,
he's posting
shit!
that photo. Yeah.
That's right, I forgot about that. Don't worry, guys, I'll bleep out all the important information there.
I mean,
Anyway, that was my social security number, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jack Black made that movie for me. Why did I come look at my penis? Like, for real.
yeah.
He-
He
Jumanji
definitely
was
did
pretty
that.
sick.
He fucking stayed in character that whole time, and it was fucking great. Like,
Pretty good.
fucking Jack Black, dude.
Some might say he does it for the kids, and for his kids. Because he's done like a lot of like kids films, so of course he knows
As
how
of
to
late,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, it's because he has his own kids, so he's just like doing. It's similar like how what's his name, Oscar.
De La Hoya.
I don't remember his name.
I was gonna say that.
Wild.
Stupid.
Let's go.
I don't. What the fuck? I don't know, but it's some dude who's like been lately going around like all over the place doing voice acting and like in kids stuff and whatnot. That's usually just because they have kids of their own. They're like, oh yeah, I want my kids to watch me be wacky and zany and whatnot.
Yeah.
Be good also and be like, I'm not bad.
Jack Black is the entire reason I watched the Goosebumps movie, and that movie is so weird because it's made for like younger kids, but also the adults who have kids, but these adults grew up reading Goosebumps.
Goosebumps,
And
yeah.
it's really weird.
I didn't finish watching it. I saw like the first 10 minutes of it, and then I was like, eh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jack Black isn't like a main character, which is lame, but
Yeah, I figured.
it's
It's like I saw him
It's
like,
fine. You get to hang out with him still.
yeah.
He's still a lead role, but he's not like the MC.
Got any more stuff we can talk about?
Well, the next category is
You hand it over to Xavier.
Oh, Xavier, did you want to read the name of the next skit for the thing?
Sure. Hey, Moistbox, what you playing?
This is the segment where we talk about the games we've been playing.
That was good.
What have we been playing? Shit,
Yeah.
too much.
For Honor recently.
For Honor, I've been playing a lot of Survive.
You can't just call it Survive. You gotta call it
Shut
Ranbow.
up.
You gotta
If
call
you
it
want to
what it
know,
is.
so they
You
can
better
hate
fucking
you.
name the whole entire thing.
You
I've
say-
been
I
playing
know you're-
Metal Gear Survive.
Wait, don't say
hang
that
on,
ever
hang
again.
Wait.
It's like, oh,
Dies.
The game is pretty good. A lot of people say it's poopy, but it just depends on how you like survival games.
I definitely don't think it's bad as everyone says it is.
Yeah, it's because they slapped the name Metal Gear on it, and to get people into it, but that made it worse. But anyways, the game is pretty good. It has some solid, like, it's not just
It's probably
lump, like, It's more of like, oh, I can dodge. I can, like, slap that guy, punch him.
It's like it's kind of like when people first try Monster Hunter and they're
Yeah,
like
and
not used to the controls yet.
Yeah, and once you progress through the game, it's a lot of grinding. It's like, oh, I have to go back out there. Okay. And you go back out there, and you have to go get supplies, come back, and then you waste those supplies coming back, so you have to go out there again. And it's kind of just repetitive and like, oh, okay. Like any grinding game, you have to keep grinding to get the good gear.
But that's
But
what
it's
like right now,
it's the tower defense grinding.
Yeah, and then like it has the Fortnite kind of stuff where they just materializes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it kind of has a background to it because of all that. But either way, like right now, I can't even get a high voltage battery. Those things are super crazy rare for some reason, and I can't find any of them anywhere. That's what I've been playing. So
Did you mine them from the detonators?
hey man, shotgun.
Okay,
OP.
what else? Oh yeah, For Honor. Let's talk
That
about
game.
For Honor here.
That game is
Okay.
getting the siege treatment. Is what I
Look,
want to say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
getting
I'm glad
the
it's
doc.
getting this treatment. Shit.
Pretty
For Honor is
recent.
getting the siege treatment. This
It's getting
shit's
that
bouncing back.
Patch is pretty fucking good.
I'm
It's
trying to
getting
get back
that-
into
that-
For Honor, but like my biggest complaint now, since like a lot of like the stage killing thing isn't as big as a problem as it used to be, has been like, I'm pretty sure it's on my end. I need to play the game more to kind of figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. But my problem is I can't really figure out when I'm doing things wrong.
Oh,
For
that's
what?
easy.
To explain, it's like the easiest example I can think of is there was a time where I was playing and I was getting shield bash looped by a Conqueror, and I was like, well, I just have to dodge out of this, right? Because it's unblockable. Obviously, I can't block it. It's got a big old thing that says unblockable.
Yeah.
And so I try to dodge out of it, and sometimes I'll dodge out of it, and I'll be like, cool, and then I'll be able to hit him, and the fight continues. And then other times I'll do the dodge, but I don't get out of it, and I don't know why that happens sometimes.
All right,
probably hold
here,
it.
I got you. I got
Probably
you.
holding on to
Like a lot of reasons why. One of them, obviously. This is a tip in general for everyone. Like, just anyone here listening.
The thing in my head is
Don't be
I
in
must be
confined
too
area.
close to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
That's
be in
what I'm
confined
thinking
areas.
is
Like
that
in
must
general,
be happening when I'm
fighting
just too
conquerors.
confined.
Another thing is they can also slightly delay it, so it'll catch your dodge.
Ah.
That's part of the mix-up. Is you
That's
just,
why they're holding it.
See, I didn't
Yeah.
know that
And
was a thing.
if you do happen to dodge it, they could also shield break.
Shield break. Yeah, that happened to me
Yeah.
because he would be like, I would dodge out of it, and
So a
then
good way.
a good thing because you play Nobushi a lot anyway. So
Yeah.
a good thing to do, like since you dodge, she has both
Oh.
dodging light attacks and dodging heavy attacks.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's gonna come, honestly, just dodge and toss the attack right away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could sidestep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably your safest option, really.
Sometimes the dodge doesn't always dodge though. That's all.
Yeah, that's
But
just
yeah,
like
that-
they're holding it, but
that was like my only thing is there's a couple little things like that where like I need to play the game more to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. I'm very used to fighting games where like in Skullgirls, if I get hit by an overhead and giant exclamation mark and question mark come out over my head, or if I get hit and I'm blocking low or if I'm blocking high and I get swept, a heart breaks over my head or something. Like it has different things to tell you what you did wrong.
mm-hmm.
Whereas in this game, I just kind of die.
Yeah, and For Honor, honestly, it's like the best way to learn what you're doing wrong is to play the character that's whooping your ass.
Yeah.
That too.
Because like,
I
there's
just
like
keep
so
playing
much,
until I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
because there's like
God.
so much.
I'm gonna have to play fucking what's his face.
Look, I just keep getting my ass beat until I know why I'm getting my ass beat.
Yeah, until you figure it out, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I should just.
That's just the thing. I gotta put the time in. I haven't put
Look,
enough time
see,
in. I'm willing to
beginning
perfectly just say
fighting the Centurion in the
There
beginning
you go.
was really ass because I'm like, oh god, he just lands one hit and I lose half my health because the rest are just unblockables and can't be avoided. So eventually you get the timing down and you could just parry out of it and just punish them really hard.
Yeah.
It's all just really getting to know.
Just saying,
Just playing the game.
the
more.
new Kensei feels so good to play.
Highlander's really good too. I just got him the other day. And
Yeah.
he's
He's
I'm making an effort to
Yeah,
try to
sorry.
play more because I do want to. I do like the game a lot.
me too.
It's just a lot of those like situations where I'm like, dang it, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because I feel
Don't-
like I'm doing the right thing of like dodging, but it's like sometimes no, I have to wait a little bit. So no, I shouldn't be doing it in this hallway. I need to make more space or little things like that I just have to learn by playing.
I think if you play Nobushi and you hold down on the right stick, you could also dodge out of it. I think you time it right
Certain things.
because you
For
do a
me,
little
it's just, like-
backstab.
That being said, I never lose the Nobushis. Fucking.
For me, it's just like the people who like. I don't care if I keep dying completely. I'll still complain regardless. But like when it's people who fucking run away and then they're like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my teammate," and then I'm like, that's when I get fucking tired of their bullshit. I'm like, "What the?"
That's
when
why I play 1v1s.
Yeah, that's when you need to play 1v1s,
Yeah.
man. That
Yeah.
shit's
You know
gonna
what
happen
other-
in Dominion all the
Look,
time.
I only play 1v1s.
You know what other game does that? Paragon.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Rip in
peace,
Paragon.
man.
Game.
If it had just a regular MOBA like item set, it would have been
It-
fine.
yeah,
Like, they went for
The
the deck
card
system,
stupid.
and then when they updated it, and I'm like, it's pretty cool, but having only 3 cards is like so underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, no cool builds.
Yeah,
Just a basic one trick.
And there was
Mhm.
also the problem of, well, this is the card I'm gonna have because this card is godlike.
yeah, exactly.
Like
You want like there's like you'll see like the deck like what the chaos builds or whatever color they are. You'll see the red cards. You'll see it be like, okay, that's obviously the best starting red card. I'm gonna take that for like everyone who uses a red deck.
Yeah.
And it's like,
There was like one where it's like, here's a bunch of damage, here's a bunch of attack speed and lifesteal,
yeah, I'm like,
and
why
it's
wouldn't I
like
take?
that's gonna be in everything. Like, why would I not have that? Like, there's no
And-
room for creativity because.
And then they remove wards, so it's only on the white deck. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
now only the support might have the white card, might not.
He's really gonna waste a slot of his character, one of his 3 slots, so that he can put wards every now and then.
Yeah, out of 3 slots, like
They
Come
fucking
on.
took wards out of League for that shit because it was taking one too many slots, and you have 6.
yeah. Like, what's super important?
Yeah, rest in peace, Paragon.
Rip
Yeah,
Paragon.
man.
I'll miss you, baby.
Anyways,
Pour one out
Runner's
for my
been
homie.
cool. They're really
Runner's
trying to
really
make
fun.
it bounce back like
Yeah.
Siege did.
Except the shaman. Fuck the shaman. Anyone who
Yeah,
plays
fuck
her.
the shaman. Fuck all DLC
I
characters.
have yet to really see.
Wait,
a
no,
shaman,
Highlander's
a
okay.
Highlander, a gladiator,
The gladiator's also okay. I
or
just got my
the
ass whooped,
fucking
I never fought one.
Rurouni Kenshin. I have yet to see any of them. I only ever see shinobis and
Dude,
fucking
wait.
the other guy.
Wait, I'm gonna buy Aramusha and then you'll fight me and you'll
You're
see.
You're gonna buy Aramusha, and then you're gonna realize, wait a minute, this isn't as strong as
And my only example of fucking
Centurion.
shaman was that one shaman
Yeah.
who was like, "Oh no, you hit me! Time to run away."
Shamans are pretty nutty.
I don't know what they
We
can
actually
do. at
fight
all.
It's that
knows
one
how to
or
do
the
it.
one that knows how to do the fucking little pounce thing.
Yeah,
Just
Oh,
fucking
God.
rips your neck out. I'm like, oh god, what the fuck is this?
yeah.
She loses health when she does that, right? Like, I wouldn't like if
It's
it whiffs. If it
Oh, I
whiffs.
don't know. I don't know.
Because the
I
Shugoki's
believe
thing
it's the same
is
as the Shugoki's, yeah.
yeah, if he whiffs his,
He
he
loses
just
a huge
or-
chunk of life, dude.
Yeah.
You get punished for whiffing really bad.
Anyway, that game's really fun. You like fighting games or honestly, it doesn't matter if you like fighting games or not. Just go out and play it, even casually.
It's
I
a
think
good
really
game, I
fun to
think.
play.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah, it's good.
I myself have started playing for the first time that I've ever really gotten super into it. Monster Hunter, not
Yes.
World.
Yes.
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
Not World.
Not World.
No World.
We're all waiting for the PC version.
Yeah, I started playing Portable Third under these guys' recommendation. Like, I feel like Xavier knew exactly what he was doing, where he was like, "Yeah, tell him to play Portable Third, so he'll get into it." And then we'll back up to this different one. We started playing what's it called?
Freedom Unite.
We started playing Freedom Unite. We all go to Xavier's house and play on PSP. We have legit copies and we legitimately play the games together.
Yeah.
That is what we are doing.
Hey, we've owned the game.
Anyway, I started playing that shit, and at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then after like playing it for like a little bit and like fighting a couple times, and I was like, oh, it's slower and kind of chunkier, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like
it's
still,
harder.
it feels good still.
For-
The
rough.
example I use is
something-
kind of like Resident Evil 2, where like yeah, it's kind of clunky and like thick, but that it's built around that and it plays really good still.
Yeah.
It plays really well. Like I enjoyed playing Freedom Unite for what little that time we played.
Freedom Unite is good.
I don't know, something about it is just like I'm getting my ass beat, but I'm like not mad. Like I was laughing my ass
It
off
feels
so
good
much.
once you
This
actually beat
Conga
it.
Lola is
This
kicking my
fucking
ass.
Congalala, dude.
Oh my
I
god!
remember
Like
those
get that
days.
Congalala shit out of here, dude. Fucking like. What is the name?
See?
I don't know the names of any of the monsters because one, I'm bad
Blangonga.
with name, and two, all of the names are like the most gibberish nonsense ever.
Just call him monkey. There's snow
Blangonga.
monkey, forest monkey.
I had to fight
There's
a fucking
Blangonga.
a fucking Loch Ness monster by myself, and it was the most annoying waste of 45 minutes of my life.
which Loch Ness monster.
He's talking about the Plesioth.
The
So
Plesia?
I had to
Oh,
fight a
okay.
Loch Ness monster, and he flew over me, and I'd fall asleep, and then he'd be like, and he'd duck walk all the way back to the water like a dipshit, and like I didn't waste any potions. He didn't hurt me. He just ran away, and it
I
was
know.
the worst.
That's what he does.
I came in and whatever word you guys said sounded like something close to pussy on, and I'm like, oh man.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Anyway, Congalala is fucking weak shit now. Fucking
Yeah.
brown
They get-
dinosaur that runs at you. Get that shit out.
Brown dinosaur. Which brown
It-
dinosaur?
It's on all fours.
Tigrex.
Yeah, Tigrex.
Tigrex?
That
Oh,
son of a
Tigrex is
bitch.
fun.
It walked at me and did 75%.
That's what I said when I first fought it.
And
I'm
I
for
was
you.
like, what the fuck? Why did I
Then
just
it roars
die?
And it does damage.
I was like, was that an attack? It just walked at me.
It just walked. I'm
worse.
like, oh, it's because it's just walking, and I'm dead.
Look, it's worse in the older games because it's faster.
Yeah.
With each
so
upcoming
fast.
game, they slow the Tigrex down.
It's
'Cause
so
he's too strong.
fast.
Yeah.
Like all he does is run around. The only reason I was able to kill it is because I used great sword and I fucking kept bashing his face in, and he like kept like flinching, and I was like, never stop, never stop, never stopping.
Yeah.
And then I
that's
made him
fun.
flinch, and that's how I got damage in.
Anyways, Portable Third plays amazing. Freedom Unite is great and rewarding.
It is rewarding.
Yeah,
Feels
it was really satisfying to go back with better gear and fight that Loch Ness monster again,
Portable Third is like
and then beat the shit out
too
of him.
easy though. Portable Third's way too easy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a generations treatment. That's what it has.
I can like testify this to like the umpteenth level because like I just started so like I played Portable Third by myself for a little bit, and I got the Raytheon set because it wasn't that hard to get. Like Raytheons aren't
Yeah.
that bad. I played fucking Freedom Unite and was like, oh shit, I can't fight Raytheons by myself.
You can't.
They're so
Well, you
much
can.
harder.
It's really strong.
So I used the Hunterverse thing, and I was like, "Hey guys, I want to get it, play it not by myself." And they're like, "All right, cool." And I played, and I
Could
played,
have asked us.
I played with strangers online
Oh,
early in the
that's-
morning when no one else was alive.
I was alive.
And I got a set. I got 2 sets, and I made
Could've
2
just asked
weapons
me.
out of Raytheons. I like my princess armor. Shut up.
Could have just asked me, Jacob. That's all you had to do. But Jacob likes playing with random people than his friends.
Yeah,
And by the
Jacob,
way,
playing
Ranbow
yourself.
sucked. By the way, they weren't even good.
Yeah, well, that's your fault.
Like they
You
were
could
way
play with
worse than you guys.
Could play with someone good.
Like fucking props to Ricky for like, I guess fight this fucking white monkey guy by myself naked.
Look, you could have played.
Hey man, you're looking at a guy who got dragged into G rank with low rank armor and lived multiple times.
Man, I had to do it to him.
They just
I
threw
mean,
me in there.
Xavier also did that to me on
Ricky's
the DS
forged
version.
in flames.
Ricky's forged in iron and brimstone.
I use hammers now.
Anyways, yeah, that was
It's Monster Hunter. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
I like
It's
boss
fun.
fights, and it's pretty much just boss fighting. The
It's
game.
just boss fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Mhm.
It's a good game. Jay, he's been telling you to play and you never listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to play it on the 3DS. The console I can play for 30 minutes before my large hands start hurting.
I feel like you kind of suck.
Yeah.
The 3DS is the reason I never finished Dragon Quest VIII on
Oh
fucking
my
3DS.
god.
Hey,
You
man,
have an
come
XO.
on.
You do have an XO. What's wrong with you?
It hurts my hands.
How are you holding it?
I
You
like
have
a
baby
3DS.
hands,
Don't lie.
You have
Yeah,
baby hands, Jacob.
you're pretty weird when it comes to doing things.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
are.
I am weird. Like I couldn't beat fucking Kid Icarus Uprising. Oh, I did beat it, but like I was like, my
Well, that
hands.
game
Oh
is nice to
god.
break your hands.
Like
Just
it
stupid.
destroyed me. It
Man.
destroyed me. Which is weird because I hear people have that problem with the Vita, but like I play the Vita all the fucking time and don't have a problem.
The
Look.
Vita is uncomfortable, but you get used to it.
Fucking Smash 4 on the 3DS.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also started playing Melee, I guess. Not like
Yeah.
super competitively, but just like to get a more of a grip, so I have more fun watching it. Cause it was fun to it is fun to watch.
Yeah.
You wanna talk about that Donkey Kong?
No, cause that's a bit that's gonna go on for the next 20 minutes. And we got
No,
more
it's not.
topics.
It's on for like 5 minutes.
Oh dang! I left my.
But does anyone else want to talk about some games they've been playing?
We've all
Started
been
Persona
playing
5.
League, really.
Well, everyone's playing Persona 5. Unless
Persona
we all
5, yeah,
tell all
woo!
of us.
He's
Just
the
finished,
last one to play Persona 5 outside of Xavier
man.
and his PS4
Finished
listeners.
Madarame's castle or museum thing. Palace. There you go.
Mad
Oh.
Rami?
Yeah, I love
Mad
Mad
Rami.
Rami.
Yeah,
Amy.
like that boss fight was pretty.
No, what
fun.
else? Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
big
yeah.
game. I
Beautiful.
will only play that game and buy it if I can learn what's his face.
Android 16.
Can you?
No, Ginyu and any other stupid character that like.
There's a lot of dumb characters.
I will only buy the
Jirobe,
game when Great Saiyaman is a playable
He's
character.
never gonna be a playable character.
I believe he'll be a playable
He
character.
will.
Jirobe.
Down
He'll
the
be a
line,
playable
maybe.
character, but he'll be a skin for adult Gohan.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll be his own character.
Yeah, because they
I
gave
don't
like
have
Goku, like Kaioken.
Yeah,
and
but
then
he's
fucking-
he's Goku though.
Goku has
Yeah,
like
but it's
80
Gohan.
characters.
I don't know
Yeah, we're talking
anyone
about Gohan.
outside of this
Gohan.
group who likes Gohan.
What do you?
Wait, what?
What, really?
I know a lot of
Everyone I
people.
know
who
don't
does
like
Gohan.
Gohan. They're like,
I
he's
know
a
a
little
lot of-
bitch
yeah,
now.
I
He's
know
not
a lot
cool.
of-
I know a lot of people who like
Okay.
Great Saiyaman.
Yeah.
Everyone likes Great Saiyaman. No one likes Gohan.
Oh
I
no,
like Kid Gohan.
I know a lot of
Gohan,
people like
cool.
Gohan also.
I like Gohan a lot.
Gohan's
I
badass.
love
Gohan's cool, dude.
He's been my name for like a while.
Yeah,
He is Gohan.
I am Gohan.
He is the Son Gohan now.
yeah,
Who
seems
you-
fun,
You guys know who you're maining yet?
dude.
Of course.
You already
he
know
was
who I'm
16
meaning.
and Cell and Piccolo.
I'm maining Yamcha.
No, you're
Dude,
three.
I know. We
Xavier.
should all
Three.
know.
Oh, my
Dude,
3.
'cause-
All Yamcha, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
you know what's
dude.
crazy? Dragon Ball Fighters on PC still has like 3,000 concurrent players.
Which is nuts for a fighting game.
That's
On
crazy.
PC.
It's
Good.
pretty nutty.
Is there a way to check that on like the consoles?
I don't know.
You can. I think you have to go to like the actual game.
Yeah, I think you have to go to like a website or something. I don't know.
Probably.
I got that
Anyways.
fucking Piccolo. I got Gohan adult version, and I got that Waifu 21, dude.
I got
Waifu 21.
I'm trying to make Beerus work, but like, I can't not play Piccolo or Gohan, and I want to learn Waifu 21 because like girl.
So what I'm doing is I got
I need
Yamcha,
to get less
Teen
dicks on my
Gohan,
team, and I can't play 18 to save my life.
Yamcha, Teen Gohan, and Super Saiyan God Vegeta. But
I actually dropped Blue Vegeta specifically because I was like, Xavier, I think he's gonna really like this character, so I'm not gonna play him.
but you see, when the DLC drops, I'm gonna drop him for Bardock.
Yeah, Bardock is cool.
Oh yeah, Broly's coming out too.
Yeah, Bardock and Broly. I don't really care about this DLC characters.
That's because you
this time
suck.
around.
Yeah, it's because you don't like Bardock or Broly.
I've a little bit
Wait, I thought they
disappointed.
said they weren't doing any
No,
of the.
they said for the
movie
first
characters.
game, like they didn't say anything about DLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
being
see, that's
limited
what they
to
get you.
it.
Gotcha.
My whole thing is I kind of wish we got someone who wasn't just a Goku model edit.
No, stupid.
But
He's
what I
different.
do like about this is that Bardock doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff to go off of outside of like a movie or two.
Look, you totally know
Because there's like the newer movie and like the older movie. But like
You know-
Yamcha also doesn't have a bunch of shit, and Yamcha has a fuck ton of shit in this game.
He was in the first Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
like
he's
he has
one
a
of the-
sword in that shit.
He was one of the main characters
Yeah.
for a while.
But what
That's
I mean
why
is like
it's-
he kind of doesn't have a whole bunch compared to a lot of the other characters in terms of like stuff they can do. But they
Oh,
gave him
yeah.
a bunch of stuff and made him like a really cool, fun fighting game character still. So
Makes
I'm
me
excited
think
to
so.
see what they're going to do with Bardock because he doesn't have a whole bunch to go off of.
Arxis always builds their characters from the ground up.
Arxis knows how to make some good ass characters.
So they probably just remade Goku from scratch again for the 4th time.
And as for
Uh.
Broly, I always thought Broly looked really dumb.
Yeah, but he was
Like even in my youth.
But Rock, come on.
But Broly existing makes me excited because in Broly's first movie, Videl fights him for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, cool, Videl might make
No,
it
it
in.
doesn't. That's the 3rd movie.
In whatever
That's the third
movie
movie.
that
Ayo,
is.
bro.
Or was that
That's the second movie. Second.
second?
Second
Yeah.
movie.
Second,
It's-
see, we should watch
it's
all the
cool.
Dragon Ball Z movies. Yeah.
And it makes me hope
Yeah,
that
no.
we'll get Videl as a character.
I wouldn't doubt it if we do.
That's when they're gonna release Super Saiyan, man.
I
It's
want-
Super Saiyan movie, dude.
Yeah.
I want less like Super Saiyans, and I want more like other people.
Whenever you
Hercule.
Jirobe, man.
They're gonna add Hercule.
Dude, are you gonna
Hercule,
add,
man.
I'm pretty
Cooler?
sure Mr. Satan.
They better
will
add
make
fucking
it
Cooler, man.
It's Satan. Get it right?
in. Get out of here.
It's a ton,
Stupid.
dude.
I can see
Sad,
Cooler
dude.
making it in.
Like, wait, is Frieza in there right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 of course.
Oh, okay.
They have all the big bads.
All right.
The only one you need to care about is Cell. Just saying.
I mean,
Edwin,
Cell's pretty cool.
please.
I would,
Right.
and dude, in Budokai, I would just play Cell and Team
Dude,
Gohan.
Dude, Cell
Not
is so
fucking
sick
Budaki.
that when I play online and he wrecks my shit, I don't even get salty. I'm just like,
Look,
dang,
look,
that
look,
looks
look,
so
look.
sick.
The only character I want other than like Videl or Jirobe is Cyberman. Come on.
He's already
That
there.
man's already in the
Is
game.
he there?
You play
Is
Nappa,
he
he's
there?
summon
Play
Cyber.
Nappa.
Is
Yeah.
he there?
Yeah.
Is
Play
he-
Nappa.
I don't want to play no Nappa.
Ricky's gonna have the biggest gimmick team of Ginyu and fucking Nappa. Watch him play Krillin, and it's just gonna be like this weird thing where like you have the fucking Ginyu squad flying around, there's Cyberman in your face, and he's just throwing rocks at you. It's Krillin and
And
final
having
flashing.
sensu beans.
And yeah, he's just constantly throwing sensu beans because Ricky luck. And it's just like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm gonna main Ginyu. That's what I'm gonna do.
Say what you will, Ricky may not play a bunch of competitive games super competitively, but like he gets pretty good when he wants to.
I can't.
He has a scary rock in Goro. Like it's real.
It is.
I guess those were the main games we've been playing.
His Dio
Yeah.
in the JoJo All-Star Battle is
And
also
yeah,
really good.
my Dio practicing 3 like all the time.
So those
No
are
one plays it.
Those are the games.
I've actually been meaning to ask you for the game, like let me borrow the game.
the game. Oh, it's at Edwin's house right now. I think.
what?
I mean, well,
I see.
either way, Mom said to give Xavier back PS4 so he can beat Persona 5 so we can talk about it more. So that's
Doesn't
all.
Xavier know everything already about it?
Nah, but the
That's
thrill
the-
of the game is playing the game.
You're right.
I could beat it fast. I was on like a steady fucking uphill.
I see. I
Yeah,
think
you can
I
beat it
cleared the
pretty
game pretty
easy.
quick, and it still took me like 90 hours.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
beat the game pretty quick too.
You'll see.
And I'm the one that beat Persona 3 really fast.
Dude, that was so crazy when you're like, hey, I started playing Persona 3, and I was like, oh, cool, where are you right now? And you're like, I just started, I'm like the second hour in. And I'm like, oh, alright, so you're still doing like tutorial, like intro stuff? And he's like, yeah, this one's really weird. And I was like, yeah, that one's pretty
Yeah, that's
edgy.
good.
And then like 2 days later, he's like, so I got the dog. No, it wasn't even 2 days, it was like the next day where he
It
was
was
like,
the next day.
I got the dog. And I was like, what the shit? How are you already there? And he's like, yeah.
I said my one goal for that game was to get Koromaru.
And then like
I
the
got him.
very next day, he was like, so how does Aegis work? Like, how come her attacks do different shit sometimes when you give her different weapons? And I was like, what? You're 2 days in!
The game was good, but I liked
Like
it.
you had time back then.
Yeah.
I did have time. I played that game like nonstop.
It was crazy to me though, because like Persona 3 was like several, like maybe 2-3 months of my life.
All I remember is it was like day 5, and I was already at like the top of the tower. You're not
Yeah.
even supposed to be there
I
yet.
remember you were like super deep in, like within like the first week. And I was like, how the hell is he doing that? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, that game was good. Like
Persona
5
3 is my
beats it
favorite Persona
pretty.
game.
I don't know. 5 beats it, but 3 is still my favorite. 5 has cat.
Oh yeah, I'm totally
But-
willing to argue that Persona 5 is like the best Persona game so far.
Yeah,
But
But I
3
like
is still
three
my
more, though.
favorite.
yeah.
Look, the first one is the best.
Fuck you.
Okay, first of all, number 2 is way better than number 1.
That's true.
Is that saying something? I feel like
Yes.
it's
It is.
Yes, it is. Number 1 is pretty
No,
much
it's
just a
not saying
Shin Megami
much.
Tensei game.
Cause I
Number 2 is actually kind of Persona-y.
No, it's not. It's still Shin
It's
Megami
still
Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Well, it had the Shin Megami Tensei name in it. So.
No, not
They
only
all
that,
works at
but the
5.
gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay.
Mm.
Like, if you played it, like
Like, have
that one, you actually have to convince demons and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Like, when you
I've
played
only
them-
played the 3DS Shin Megami.
I assume you played SMT4 because that's the one everyone is
When
playing.
you
Yeah.
play Shin Megami Tensei, like Raido and all those other games,
Other
Yeah.
ones?
they're the same. You convince the demons to join you
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I know, but I never played 1 and 2 Persona.
You should play 1
I've
and
been
2.
meaning
I
to.
did.
Yeah,
They're good
but I'm like,
games.
The stories are weird though.
Oh yeah,
but
they're
yeah.
really weird.
I'm mostly into story.
The second one is about like, oh yeah, here's here rumor, call this number, and your dreams will come true. That's a Joker.
Rumor come out. Does dream come true?
First one was dumb.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
All I know is
the first 2 are really dumb. Let's not.
all I know is
Let's not
Persona 2 leads to
differentiate
Persona
this.
3, but it's still not leading to Persona.
No,
3.
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
No, it
doesn't.
does not.
Something
Persona
like that.
3, 4, and 5 talk about each other. They have yet to mention 2 or
They
1.
exclude 2 and 1.
Even in all of the spin-offs, like the fighting games, the dancing games, Persona Q, they do all this weird dumbass shit to try to link them. Where like Persona Arena takes place after 3 but before 4, but also still all after 4 because dumb shit. And then Ultimax takes place after 3 and after 4. But like also before Q, which takes place during the 2 games. Like
During
it's
the
so
2
stupid. But they don't even talk
Yeah.
about 1 and 2.
Okay, so we can all agree one thing: the user interface for 5 is the best.
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah,
the
dude.
fucking
That is-
Oh,
style.
God.
Fucking
Yeah.
When I
see-
finally like started up Persona 4, I was like, all right, this should be like piece of cake to walk, or whatever. It'll probably be like definitely like a setback from like what I just beat right now.
That's
but
why
that's
people like
fine.
lost their shit when they saw the user interface. back
Yeah.
then.
That's why there's a lot of memes of it. Everywhere.
Anyways, fucking. Okay, people might say Persona 5 is like the best, but I find like Persona 3 like my most enjoyable one.
Yeah.
We played in our youth. That's why.
I think
And it's
5 is
more
like
relatable.
really easy.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
that was
it's
my only
definitely an
problem. Is
introduction
that
to the Persona series
Yeah.
because I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
that being said, I don't
never
think
did-
you should
I
play
didn't
it
even
first.
know about it.
I definitely don't think you should play 5 first because it makes it harder to go back to 4 and 3.
To go
If
to
you ever
4 or
play-
3.
Yeah.
If you ever play a game like the first game that you play in a franchise, it should always be the older one
Yeah.
Because if you play the newer one and you try to go back, it's just so painful.
After
Yeah, like in Borderlands 2.
After I played,
You can't go back.
You
and
go back to Borderlands
2,
1 and you're like,
shit.
fuck, dude, this is
You gotta
hard.
press the
Nah,
F
it's
button.
like-
You gotta press
look.
the F button. Pick up all your items.
I
Man.
remember, yeah, I was doing that.
wait.
What
Wait.
really got me
We're
was
playing-
when you couldn't crawl when you were down.
Like,
Oh,
go
I
watch
was
our
down.
fucking video of Borderlands 4 is like really.
Look,
I
when you
was
play
like, how do I
Borderlands
do
2,
this?
you play Borderlands 2, and then you go back into Borderlands pre-sequel.
God.
Because it's a step back.
Practically is.
It was a giant step back.
When I played Scholar of the First Sin and I finished it, I was like, man, this makes me like I want to play other Souls games. So I went back to Demon Souls and was like, oh no, I can't. Like it's so like janky and like the menus are so ugly.
The rolls are so fast.
I'm glad Ricky got me like playing Dark Souls 1 first.
Yeah.
He's like, get the ball rolling down the fucking series. I'm like,
Dude.
why does Dark Souls 2 feel terrible?
So then when we were playing 3, and then we went back to 1, and then I just
Everything.
me and Abe were just like, yeah, Dark Souls 1, best Dark Souls, and then all this like inconvenient stuff just keeps happening. I'm just like, yeah, Dark
Yeah,
Souls
best
1,
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls 1, best Dark Souls. it was just like, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I hope they don't change anything with the remaster.
I hope they don't. I hope they just put all the skins of like 3.
Just make it so like,
and that's
even
it.
though-
Pretty, make the UI more
make it so that
fluid.
even though the hardware, even though the
multiplayer.
hardware can handle Blighttown, make it so it automatically drops to 20 frames.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Blighttown should never run more than 15
Look,
frames.
Yeah.
There's a little option, and the option is like Blighttown good or Blighttown bad.
When you put it good, the toxic damage goes twice as fast.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Anyways,
No,
those-
it's like the Dark Souls 2 weapon degradation, but it's your life bar. Every frame increases the rate in which you die.
That'd be too good.
anyways, those are the games we've been playing.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section what you guys have been up to.
Wait, wait. One more
I don't
game,
even
one
know
more
what
game.
tune that was.
One
Alright.
more.
We're playing
What?
Hunt Showdown.
Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Advertising this game.
Oh, I
this
haven't
game's
touched it.
really good. It's PUBG with monsters and bounties and
Cowboys.
cowboys and pistols that have like 20 barrels on them. Those are the last
Oh.
pistols. You have to get to like level like 50 to get the pistol with like 80 barrels on the thing. It's like a shotgun pistol. Sick.
Also, how long is our runtime right now?
We are at
Over an hour?
An hour and
Probably
5
an
minutes.
hour. Yeah.
It's an hour because we started around like
Did,
50.
Did we do Edwin's anime corner now?
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got
man.
you, Edwin. I got you.
Oh. Okay. What is it? Are you like pitching an anime to me if I've seen it or what?
Welcome to Edwin's anime corner.
There's a lot of weird white stains on the walls in here, Edwin.
I know. I'm sorry. I couldn't help
Edwin,
myself.
did you let Danny in here again?
There was a really good animation. Just came out for Dries, and I couldn't help myself.
Anyways, this is the part where Edwin talks about things he's watched recently.
On
Okay.
animes.
All right, I'm gonna talk about a show that I'm gonna talk about in a second. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I'm gonna talk about? It's gonna be Eurocamp. That shit's amazing.
Thought so.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
That show, if you have not seen it, and I don't know, like,
What are you doing with
when-
life, man? What the fuck are you
yeah, like, what do
doing?
you do with your life if you haven't seen that show? Like, that shit is one of the most like relaxing thing I've ever seen in a while. It's like
so fucking relaxing.
if you're
it makes
having-
you want to go fucking camping.
if you're having like real like problems or stress going on, and you just want to like listen to music or just watch something where you don't care, pop that show up and you'll just watch it. And you'll just enjoy, like you'll just sit there and enjoy and be like, wow, this is like, you're just so mellow and oh my god, man, that
It's like a drug, man. You know.
I don't know, something about like pretty lately there hasn't been a show like that where I can just like watch it like watch it over and over again. It's been a while since a show like that just came along, so I'm really glad that's airing right now. I'll give you a quick rundown of what's it about.
Yeah.
Girl moves in a new town, and her first day there, she ends up being stuck at a bus stop, and another girl who happens to be there has been camping, like during the winter by herself because that's what she likes to do. So, this girl, since she's like by herself, she's like, ends up going with her, and they're camping together, and they become friends, and bam, that's like the first episode right there, and that's just a quick rundown of basically how the rest of the show's gonna go down. Like, it's just they go camping, they're talking, but I guess like what draws me in is like the conversations or how they interact with each other, because it just happens like either so naturally or smoothly. Like when they talk, it doesn't feel stiff. When they make jokes to each other, it's just like that. It just goes and they go with it, and it's really nice.
Does it remind you of friendship?
Yes.
Friendship.
It really does, and it's so heartwarming, and I love it.
fucking camping girl is just like such a grandma in
Would
way
you
she
say-
dresses.
Yeah, she just dresses like a grandma, and I freaking love it, man.
Would you say that it sets your heart ablaze?
Oh
like
my
a
God.
Campfire.
Yes. But that's just one of the shows. I'm gonna go like quickly with like maybe a couple shows because these are still airing at the time.
This is lightning round
So,
in corner.
It's just lightning around. I'm gonna talk about what's airing right now, what I'm watching.
All right, here, hold on. Let me set up a timer. How long you want? 2 minutes
2 minutes for each show sounds fine to me.
for each show.
For
Okay.
each, all right. We'll do
All right, 'cause
4
if you-
minutes for every show that you list down.
For every show, or you just want me 2 minutes for like
For-
compact all the shows?
How many shows are you doing?
I'll probably just do like maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. 2 minutes per show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Darling in the Franks.
Lightning round.
Go.
All right, Darling in the Franks. Trigger and A1 Pictures. Co-producing or whatever they're doing. Pretty neat show. It's about mechs. Wouldn't be a surprise because it's Trigger. Let's be honest.
Mix.
You're right.
But these mechs ain't like no Gundam looking mechs. These mechs are just straight up anime girls. Like they have
Straight
fucking
up.
faces
Whoa.
and fucking titties or whatever.
What's it called?
Darling in the Franks. Darling in the Franks.
2 X's instead of
Yeah.
A.
I found
Keep
it.
going. You have a minute and a half.
About a dude. He's like can't pilot a mech because you need to pilot it with the girl. And he can't be compatible with anyone. And he's like, "Fuck, my life sucks." He's whiny little bitch. And then this girl with pink hair is like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Da-na-na, eye-opening experience." Turns out she's not human. She's this monster race that happens to be like what they're actually fighting. She's like half of that. And every time she partners up with someone, that other person dies eventually. So
Whoa.
the
she's
guy
just
partners
like-
up with her
She's just
and then-
Yoko from Gurren Lagann.
pretty much, but she's way cooler.
Keep going.
He partners up with her, but he doesn't die. So they're like, okay, what the fuck is this bullshit? How come he's not dying? And his teammates are worrying about him. And this one girl likes him. But no one knows. All right, these kids don't know what adolescence or puberty is.
Mhm. 30
And
seconds.
how many seconds do I have?
30? 25?
Okay. All right. Anyway, point is the whole show about mechs, titty girls,
Mhm.
dude, character development, a lot of character development. This is, I think, a 24 episode show. I'm assuming
Nice.
because
nice.
there's a lot of stuff gonna come up. Right now, I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool. A lot of funny stuff because Trigger.
How many
Watch
episodes? Right now.
8.
8.
Eight.
Okay.
Eight.
All right. 2 minutes done. Next one. Right now.
Next show, I'm gonna talk about Citrus, Yuri anime. Love it. Somehow got into Yuri from that, literally, because of my friend's brother was like, "Hey, are you watching this?" He's like, "I'm like, no, what the fuck? I never heard of it." He's like, "Oh, watch it." I'm like, "All right." So I did. It's just started airing. It should also be like on episode 9 or 8. Didn't know what the fuck I was getting into, and I clicked it, and I'm like, okay, watching it. And then bam, first episode, some girl's kissing her teacher, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this?
He's like adjusting the glasses, like hold up.
I'm like, hold
What
up,
is
and I'm
this?
watching, and eventually, these 2 girls kiss, and I'm like, what the fuck? Point is, main character Chan, I guess.
Mhm.
Her mom got married to some other dude. Moves to a new school. This is a private school, and she's a Gyaru. But obviously, she can't. When she goes to school and she's all dressed up like whatever, however she normally dresses, the student council president, which happens to be the other main character, is like, "Hey, bitch, you can't do that." And she's like, "Yeah, you gotta put your cell phone away." And then she puts her cell phone away, but she wants to confiscate it, and ends up grabbing her ass. And she's like, "What the fuck?" And then she actually just grabs her phone, and she's like, "Da da da, heart beeping moment." Pretty cool show. They actually end up becoming stepsisters because the mom married the other girl's dad, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And she's trying to provoke her, like, "Hey, how come I saw you kissing with that other dude? I thought our first kiss was to be special, da da da." And then that's when the other girl plays with her and just straight up kisses her, and she's like, "It's not that special." But then the other girl reacts like, "No, what the fuck, it is." And then she falls in love with her own stepsister, and it just goes off like that. I'm enjoying it, but I already read up ahead.
Damn, reading?
Dude, where I read up ahead is like way better to like where the anime is right now, because shit happened, and I'm like,
Time is up.
all right, cool. Next show.
Next song. Anime show. Yeah, go.
Fuck. What was I watching? Oh, Ancient Magus' Bride. That
that shit, dang.
That was
Ironic. I just actually started reading that manga like less than 2 days ago. But anyway, go on. Wasting your time.
Watched the first episode like maybe when it first started, and I'm like, that's right. And I waited for it to build up, and then I didn't realize, oh, this is a 24 episode anime. What the fuck? So I waited, and now I'm here. I watched it like 3 days ago, so I'm like almost caught up. I'm like episode 15. Pretty neat. It's kind of a slow start, at least for me, but it ended up building like kind of quickly, like around like episode 4. Pretty much, this girl, pretty much is like sold off to like kind of like a slave. This one dude who's a fucking monster guy.
He's got a big
but he's
ass
also a
fucking ram
mage.
skull.
Yeah, and he's a mage. He's a mage dude.
Like a badass mage dude.
Badass mage dude. And he's like, cha 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 cha, thorns everywhere. And he's like, I bought you. Now you're gonna become my bride because I bought you. Da da da. But that was all just a facade. He's actually just wants to learn, like, I guess about her, and you would be. And that's because she has a bunch of like she has a bunch of mana in her. She's like not a normal human. She's someone who has like can store a bunch of mana and use it all a lot, but because of that, her life span is a lot shorter than most humans. And she can also see like spirits and fairies and all that. And he ends up buying her to like see what he can do, but eventually like he starts getting like human feelings, and that's also what he wants to learn about, because he's also like half human but not completely. He doesn't know what anger or emotion is. He just does stuff. And she also like wants to learn more about him and learns magic because of it. And then, you know,
time is up.
Fuck.
Faster and faster.
That's a longer one. Just saying. Watch it.
Yeah. Plot run, man.
That was
demon learn motion.
Lightning.
Was that the last one?
Lightning round.
All right, cool.
Ooh. Chelsea made it back in time for the end.
Got some Dragonberry Bacardi. Ready for
Back
that
in time for the end.
post-podcast party?
That post.
No one's invited
podcast
except for
pop
me.
off.
Post-podcast
Anyways.
pop-off.
I feel like we should answer the questions another time because we've been going for a while.
All right. We let's do at least like 1 or 2, because now we got Kelsey back.
Okay, fine.
Go for it. Shoot.
Alright,
Now.
alright.
Go.
We'll do the fucking questions. All right. Fucking. Hold on. I didn't think you would actually want to do that.
Were you guys not answering questions this entire time?
No.
No, we've been
We're doing
talking.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video on.
Edwin did his anime corner.
Yeah.
You miss anime corner.
Good, I fucking hate
Some
anime.
Next time I'll do a one like for a longer one.
Yeah, we'll give you more
Once
time
a
to talk
show.
about anime.
I'll give you 20 whole minutes segment. 20-minute segment.
Thanks. Next time I'll talk about one that I hate, because I can go on a rant on shit I hate. I fucking love it.
We'll do this. We'll do one good, like you reviewing and like giving your opinions on it, and then we'll do one where you just shit on one or shit on
Are
some
you,
whatever you
you
want.
getting the questions?
Yeah,
Jacob?
I have it.
Okay,
Alright,
here
go
we
for
go. I'll announce. Question number 1.
If we had Danny here, he would have done it.
Yeah.
Free. I would love it.
All right. So, Peter M wants to know, hey guys, I love your podcast. I
That's just lying.
wanted to know, what was the first thing you ever did that got you sent to detention in school?
I didn't get sent to. Wait,
Same.
No, I never got sent to detention.
We
Oh,
never-
actually,
Edwin,
Hmm.
don't lie to us.
Did he just cut out or?
No, he
No.
didn't
No,
cut
no,
out.
no.
He stopped.
well, cause like
Stopped?
I don't think
Yeah,
so. Or, like
We never been to
Hmm.
detention.
I've never been
I
into
was only
detention.
in high school for you guys. I've been like.
I
I
got
think it was
sent
in,
to
okay. I
detention.
think it was in 6th grade. That's because like my homeroom teacher was like such a bitch. I'd say something. Because, like, most of us here, at least,
Really chill.
are really like chill. Like we don't fuck around with our teachers or anything. We're just like there. We're kind of those students that are just like there, you know?
We're the background characters.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would legit just be the background character.
In fact,
And
we
I
had
don't-
a running joke back in high school where we were like, we weren't the main characters of an anime, we were people in the background.
In the background, we would point out to random people, and be like, "Look,
Yeah,
at the
like, look at that
background
MC over
character."
there.
Exactly. I don't think it was what I did specifically. I think it was what the class, our homeroom, did as like a whole. It was basically like a small group.
Oh well, yeah. I guess it wasn't like I guess I'd have the same thing because it wasn't a punish. It wasn't going to detention, but the whole class got fucked.
Alright, well, yeah, well, keep saying your thing.
Oh, pretty much. I don't know what this group did. They just fucked around. They're like, okay, everyone here, just
Go to
basically gonna-
detention.
yeah, just go to detention. I'm
Holy
like,
shit!
What the fuck?
She just
Like,
sent a whole fucking class to
our homeroom.
detention.
All right, for some reason, our homeroom was really small. It wasn't like a whole like 30 students. It was like 12
Oh.
or 15.
Okay, that's still a lot though.
Yeah, we just got sent to detention, and I'm like,
That's dumb.
the fuck is this?
That's fucked.
It was
Well-
stupid.
I can tell you what happened to me in middle school. Jacob might know about this, as we went to both the same middle school. But anyways, there's a Spanish teacher.
Oh yeah.
Before, me and Jacob had baby English, where
Yeah.
we literally just talk about English. It's just like, how do you think about this book? Did you read it? Did you like it? And we were like, we finished the book super quick, and we are like, okay, we just sat there talking in a circle.
She used to get mad at us for reading ahead.
Yeah, because we would be ahead of everybody all the time.
They were like
but-
the babiest books, though. They weren't
Yeah,
even
but then
good.
the school found out about this, so they took out that class as an elective completely.
Yeah.
So they scattered
Because
us.
she was
around the
such like a
class.
bad teacher that they were like, fuck.
Yeah. So they scattered us around completely. Like we went to different classrooms and everything.
Yeah.
So I went to a Spanish class. Jacob went to what was it? It was like some sort of science thing or something.
Yeah, they sent me to like conventional science or some like weird
Yeah,
bullshit
Jacob went to
class.
science. I went to Spanish because they saw me and they're like, look at this kid taking Spanish class. And in that school, the Spanish teacher was like the meanest teacher in like the whole school.
Like, that person actually felt like they didn't want to be a fucking teacher. Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea why they were there.
Literally there, like me, a good kid, like heavily good and like listens to everything, was punished for billions of things that I'd never done. So the first time I went to their class, and then because the teacher didn't even know that we got separated from that elective class or whatever, and I went to the class and she was like, "Who are you?" in a really mean voice, like really mean.
Yeah,
And
like,
the first thing I said was like, "Oh, I just like transferred here from like another elective. They sent me here." And she's like, "Oh, okay." But then she said like, "Where'd you come from?" And I was like, "I just literally came from lunch." Like she wanted to know where I came from, like, and I assumed like, "Oh, I just came from lunch. You know, I ate. I couldn't find my way to the classroom." And she's like, "Are you talking back to me? Are you talking back to me?" Detention, dude.
I remember you talking about that. You're like, I got detention for like no reason. She asked me a question and I answered and she was like, why are you talking back?
And then I went to Saturday school, and then the Saturday school teacher was super chill. Like, dude, it was like the chillest teacher ever.
No one
I
gives a
went to the classroom, and then I sat down. I was waiting there. I was like, okay, I'm waiting. Okay, cool. And then just comes and barges in and goes, hey, who wants to play some Guitar Hero World Tour right here? On the Wii, baby, on the Wii.
On the Wii. Goddamn.
on the Wii.
And I just went, boom, me. I went and I played like on Expert or something, some stupid song I knew. And I was like, I know all these songs. These are like my classic rock era songs. I knew all of them. And I played them all like, that was really good. Everybody's like, whoa, who's this kid?
Damn, Vicky got that magic chord.
Are we
So
still?
then, yeah, this is my story of detention. Because middle school, I got sent to like Saturday school and detention like periodically because of that same teacher. Same teacher. So the next day, I went, right? And she's like, oh, you're back. And I was like, I have to go here, right? And she was like, okay, so I know it's your first time like being in this class, even though I was here the other day, you have to do this project. And I was like, what? Okay. So then I did the project as fast as I could because it was due the next day, some stupid junk like that. So I did it, and I was like, all right, so yeah, here it is. I knew how to speak Spanish, like, really good. And she's like, oh, you know how to speak Spanish then? Well then, you speak Spanish better than me? And I was like, okay, lady.
Like, maybe fix your English first.
Yeah, and I was like, okay,
She's so
lady.
aggro.
At one point, I was like, so, what do you call, what is it called? I call it red chicken. It's repollo in Spanish.
Repollo.
Yeah, it's, what is the English? I forget the translation.
Cabbage.
Cabbage?
Yeah.
She's like, what's cabbage? And I was like, red chicken. And she's like, what? Oh, I mean repollo. And she was like, what'd you say to me? And I was like, okay.
You're like, oh shit.
I was like, okay, cool. So then she was like, oh, you, what'd you say? And I was like, I said repollo. And then she was like, no, get out of here, going to detention. So another Saturday school.
Damn.
I was telling Chico about this all the time.
Yeah.
I went to Saturday school like all the time. I learned nothing from there at Saturday school because I kept getting the same chill teacher that put like Rock Band and like Guitar Hero and stuff.
You just got to hang out.
I went to
It's pretty
fucking
cool.
detention one time, and I'm still salty about it. Fucking first grade, all right? Fucking.
Damn, the throwback.
This
right now?
fucking little kid named Ruben on the fucking monkey bars falls and eats shit, alright? Because he's got no upper body strength. He eats shit, and this is back in the time when we had fucking wood chips, right? So, like, he fucked up his knee really bad, and he's just like, ugh. And, first grade Jacob didn't give a shit about anything. I was trying to not let people find out that I'm actually smart, right? So I just kind of, like, look at him. And then, like, people are like, oh, shit, why'd you fall? And, like, the kid's trying to save face. So, like, he looks around, he looks at me, he's like, you pushed me. And I was like, dude, I was, like, all the way over there. How the fuck did I push you? I mean, I didn't say that, of course, because I was first grade Jacob. I was like, I was over there. I didn't push you. And he was like, no, you pushed me. Because he was trying to not look like a dumb shit. Like, he was putting the blame on me, so it looked like he wasn't weak and fell and ate shit on himself, right? And then my friend was like, yeah, like... he was with me over there, like, we weren't even near you when you fell. And then the teacher was like, hey, what's going on over here? And then the kid is like, well, did you push me? And I was like, no, I didn't. And then my friend was like, yeah, we were over there. And she was like, go to detention. And I was like, no, my perfect record. I didn't do anything.
Soiled so early.
And then I had to go to detention. And funnily enough, like, the next day, I got sent to detention again because he was on that shit again, and I actually pushed him. Like he saw me and he was doing it, and I was like, hey. And then he was like, huh? And I was like, BAM! And then I fucking started running.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the story. I'm still salty about it. Like,
I've never been to.
I don't
like,
know.
you fucking piece of shit fucking teacher. Like, are you not watching kids on the monkey bar? You're gonna fall into wood chips and like cut our fucking like arteries open, and you're just gonna fucking sit there and not doing anything. Like,
Dude.
fuck.
I'm still salty about the Spanish teacher, dude. She didn't get the ridiculous amounts of things. She sent me with a kid that was like kind of like the bad kid, right? And then she thought because I was a bad kid, so she sent me in that like corner. And the kid was like a really nice dude. Like, I made friends with him super easy, and I was like sick. And then she saw me conversing with him and was like, hey, are you two talking? Are you two talking? I was like, okay, not this again.
That's like the complete opposite of you and me in Miss Ross' class.
This was middle school.
I know.
Stupid. And then from there, I was like, I got sent to detention again. I was like, what the heck? All right, it's just Saturday school, and I was like, come on. But from all that emergence came up, there's a little side story about how I kidnapped a friend. And
oh god,
Jacob was
we're
there.
gonna save that for another time.
Yeah,
because we got
to keep you thinking about it.
We got more stuff to get through.
We have one question left.
We're gonna do one more question.
Wait, I didn't even say mine.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was suspended like 3 times, but in terms of detention, it was just because I was late all the time.
Oh, okay.
I got one too. So this is also in the elementary too. It's like it's basically just started.
His real name is Ruben. Go DDoS him, internet. Fuck him up.
Fucking no one who's listening to this shit, go DDoS him.
All 20 people who are gonna listen to this.
Back in like elementary, I forgot what it was like. It was either second or third grade. I started a food fight. somehow our side of the group got punished for it, but the other side of the group didn't. And they're the fuckers who started it too. We're like, what the fuck? What? So you
What
just see
track were
like,
you
A.
Okay, I was there.
Were you there?
Yeah, I remember that. Some
It's like-
fucking assholes just throwing food at me.
Yeah, they just started throwing food at us. We're like, oh, what the hell? No, let's start throwing food back. And then the teachers like saw us, or whoever the fuck saw us, and they're like, these guys started it first. We're like, what? No, it's them. And that was like the first time we got actually getting punished in school. And I too was also like, no, my permanent record.
You feel so bad the first time too.
Yeah.
That's why, like, after that time, I was like, fuck, I already got in trouble for pushing him once. I can do that shit again. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
And I was
They
on
can't really do it to
vacation.
you in elementary school. So.
Damn.
It was fucking sick because, like, my mom believed me. So, like, when they were like, hey, your son is pushing kids, she was like, no, he ain't. The fuck you talking about? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's my mom. Let me watch horror movies at a young age.
Which actually kind of ties into our next question.
Question number 2.
Emma E
Stop it.
wants to know, hey guys, been watching the Moistcast since episode 3. Big fan. Anyway, I want to know if you guys...
Don't lie to us.
I want to know...
Immediately binge watch and they're like, I've been here since the beginning.
I want to know what you guys... Who was your first crush?
Oh, dude, he's the Mexican guy that was following Ricky in the
Was it?
stream.
Was it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Imagine.
I'm just kidding.
It's Emma C.
Shishamaru
Okay.
from Inuyasha, so.
Was, like
IRL crush or like
Actual crush?
actual-
Let's go with IRL, not...
IRL. Okay.
No, yeah, but mine's easy. I saw the first Alien movie when I was really young.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
And it changed me as a man.
As a young boy.
As a young
That
boy,
was IRL.
I grew into a man that day. Fucking
Alright, man,
18-year-old
you
Sigourney
need to
Weaver
specify-
in white panties holding a huge ass flamethrower machine gun combo
Flamethrower, dude.
while also holding a cat. Like, damn.
Alright, man, you need to specify your IRLs, like actual person we knew, or like what you just said right now.
Just
Just your first
IRL
crush in
person.
general.
Just
like a
anyone in the real
human.
world.
Yeah,
Anyone in the real
Oh,
world?
okay.
Alright.
a real person.
yeah.
Okay, mine's Keanu Reeves, dude.
What's your first crush?
It's the only
No.
crush forever.
Forever and ever.
For me, a person who has good memory, I can't remember.
When I was in third
For
grade,
realsies.
my teacher was young and had a big booty. And I realized
Damn.
I liked booty.
Damn. You,
Back in
you
third grade,
still
you already
like
knew.
booty. But I don't know what you're talking
Back in 3rd grade, he already knew. Yup, I'm an ass man.
You
I was
straight up.
just I don't know. I couldn't stop looking. I was just confused. Not
His
confused,
eyes
but like I
lingered.
was just curious. Like, why is this?
Why that booty so big?
Why am I attracted to this nice
Yeah,
ass, dude?
why am I
Holy
attracted to this ass?
Like, I'm gonna post fucking screenshots from the first Alien movie in the fucking Not Safe for Work chat. And like,
Alright,
look, what am
yeah.
I supposed to do with that? I was like
Um,
10, and my body wasn't ready. Like, fucking Sigourney. I still think she's
Damn.
crazy fucking hot in this movie, dude.
She is hot.
I mean, she's pretty young then, so
She's pretty old now, but
yeah.
Jacob was ruined, essentially.
Like, look at this.
I can give you like a shitty like thing, like I don't know how to explain it.
As I continue to have a fucking tube crush on fucking Sigourney Weaver.
I really don't know who my first crush was. It's hard.
Me, I don't know anything up until like all of elementary and lower is just gone from my mind. It's not
It's
existent.
like
I
one
can't
giant
remember
blur.
it.
What's the
all
first
I
crush you can
remember-
remember then?
Alright, well, I think it was around middle school. It was some goth chick.
Yeah, I got
You remember, Jacob.
Respect.
You remember, Jacob.
I guess it's the same for me and Ricky too then.
Yeah, because I don't remember anything from elementary. No, not even like elementary at the end. So 6th grade and back. That's it. It's just gone. Little kid Ricky doesn't exist in my head. I just hear stories from my family, and they're like, "Yeah, you're a really good kid. Yeah, good kid. Yeah, troublemaker kind of, but overall good." I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
good kid.
Ricky makes friends with troublemakers. Confirmed.
Ricky
Ricky
makes friends
makes
with
friends
anyone.
with
Ricky
everybody.
can make
Yeah.
friends with literally anybody. He can go up to a
Literally
terrorist and be like, "Hey man,
everybody,
you cool?"
dude.
And then the terrorist is gonna be like, "Oh yeah, let's hang out."
How we just knew Menendez is because of Ricky, pretty much.
And then I met him at like freshman year, and he was like that quiet kid in the back.
He was in
And
my class in freshman year too. He was in my algebra class.
He was in my
and-
English.
Like on the last day, we were just doing problems like against each other, and me and him, we got the same problem, right? We have to work on the same problem, and we did the same thing and got the same answer, but we were both wrong.
Nice.
All I remember is Menendez in freshman year. He was that like quiet kid in the back, but I knew Bobby. If you remember Bobby, he was a football player. But he was all like, "My friend David over here." And David was like, "What the heck's happening?" He was like, "My friend David over here. Come on, David, stand up, go up there and argue." Because it was an argument between debating or whatever. And I was like, "This guy, who's this guy? Why is he like my opponent?" Because I was the other quiet kid in the class.
You see, what no one in this chat realizes is that Ricky actually has a sand that makes it so that anyone close to him automatically becomes, calmer and friendly. It's called peace of mind.
Terrible.
It's because his favorite band is Boston.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I got it. All right, I kind of remembered it. At some point, like in the age of what's a third grader or like a fourth grader, like 8 or 9?
I think it's like
Yeah.
I think it's like 8,
Or?
5-ish, 8, 7.
You start kindergarten at 5.
Yeah, so it's like 8 or 9, or it's somewhere around that range.
It's like 7, 8.
It's like 8.
Okay,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's not the point of this. That's not the point of the
We ain't
thing.
talking about kids here.
Yeah.
So just-
Okay, are we still on this
We're
crush
not
topic?
Googling it up right
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like in my mind, I had like the idea of like, oh, if I like a girl, I should give her a gift. And me being the poor fucking kid who had like literally no money to be able to do that whatsoever, I was like, I found some like hairpin, or not hairpin. It's like a hairband or whatever, and it had like a little bear on it, but it was chipped and it had whiteout on it. So I was like, oh, this looks great. And at the time, there was like this, it was like some white chick that like just moved in. I was like, oh, I should give this to her because I think I like her or whatever, blah. And I gave it to her. I don't remember the conversation at all. So this is off the bat. I've like repressed it.
Horrible embarrassment has just been stuffed down to the deepest depths of your mind.
Oh, dude, there's so much more shit that I've done.
Dude,
And I've like
don't you
repressed
just-
to the point.
Yeah. You guys ever just like have a moment where you've done something embarrassing, and you're just
Yeah, and you just can't stop thinking about it.
It's literally every time I lay.
and you're just embarrassed, just even.
Every time I
Yeah.
talk to you guys.
Ouch.
Damn, you should have
Damn,
just
man.
drew something. That's what I did in elementary
Uh-huh.
school.
At the time I
the
was,
Powerpuff
dude.
Girls
At the
or
time
something.
I was also drawing too,
'Cause
but I don't know why it didn't. Dude, again, it didn't cross my mind. So I was like, I'm gonna give her this, and you can obviously tell it's somewhat been used, but I tried cleaning it off during the day. But the whiteout thing, I couldn't do anything about it. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Here, I give it to her, and then the next day, she like talked to me about it. I was like, okay, but I was like, I don't know what to do anymore.
A follow-up, what about you, God?
Fail.
She was trying to say like, where'd you get it from, right, or something.
No. She had already figured it out. I guess like it was already. I found it or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that piece of garbage I walked by in the hallway.
Yeah, she probably saw it at some point. and then like again, this is also something I've been repressing, but fuck it, whatever. Here, the internet, yeah. Like during high school or whatever, like I maybe like talked to her once.
The same girl
entire
or
time.
what?
It's the same girl. She's
Oh,
like, hey,
okay.
remember that? Yeah, she was like, hey, remember that time you gave me a fucking
Shitty
hairband with a
haircut.
whiteout, with like some whiteout bear? I was like, yeah. What about it? but I think high school me is more like, please shut up, don't talk about that.
Please don't talk about it.
Nah, dude, like fucking
My rent.
high school me would have been like, who are you?
Jacob didn't know anybody.
It's no, cause like
I still don't. What are you talking about?
Because like middle school, high school, elementary, middle school, and high school, it's like it was sort of like the same group of people that were just still there. So it's like
You were
I
with the
couldn't
same
escape
like
them.
clique of people, so
Yeah, it was like I couldn't escape them anymore until I moved to different high schools, which still at that point I just became a background character.
yeah.
Like a full on background character. I was like, yes, this is what I wanted.
You're not noticeable. You're just there.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
Javier and like a few other people were like the last people I had contact with because I was like, I grew up with these guys, so why not?
Why not? Yeah. So what happened with the girl with the hairband from there?
Oh, it's she just brought it up like years later, and I just like felt even more embarrassed than as a kid.
It all came back.
You know, just
They're
keep
like,
that
fuck, she
quality.
remembered.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, fuck, people remember my stupid shit. I want to disappear, and I did basically. I'm no longer on anyone's radar at this point.
Good.
Fucking, I'm not
yeah.
gonna spend the meter. Zarky vanish.
It's funny. 'cause
Oh my
sometimes
God.
when I talk to people about what I do, they're like, "Oh, I play with Zarky," and then they look at me like Zarky from like
Who?
years ago. Yeah. And
Wait,
I
do
just
you
forget.
say Zarky or do you say my real name?
I say Zarky first, and I said, "Oh shit!" I say
Oh, Willie.
William. And yeah, I
Yeah.
can forget that.
Darky's a person.
We started. No,
Zarky
yeah,
as
he has
the
a
My
name.
name, dude. I'm so. It's weird, but I actually like enjoy when you say Zarky instead of my real name. So I'm like, I don't know.
Just change your name,
It's like
dude.
a comforting feeling. I don't know, to me.
I hate my name.
Oh, dude, I forgot it. I was eating dinner, and then my dad had the TV on, and then it was just some Alerta TV shit. And they showed that one porn star, Sunnyline, and I was just like, what the
Yeah, dude, that's what comes up first. It's Sunny
Oh,
Leone.
okay.
This is good.
It's not
That's
that bad.
good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, I was walked in on my grandma watching a novella and was like, whoa. I'm
How
not
is that
ready.
weird?
Because all the women in novellas are like crazy popping, dude. Well, you guys
That's
know what I'm
every-
talking
that's
about,
like
dude.
any Latin fucking
Exactly.
show.
For real though.
Have you ever seen the Spanish news? It's crazy.
Yeah, fucking my parents. I'm like, this
I
is
didn't know
showing her
about
cleavage
that
at this
since I
point.
was
It's
little.
like,
Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is a real news program or if that's a stripper.
It's probably a stripper.
Like, that's
when
not a
it's those
joke,
talk shows.
guys.
When the talk shows are going on, that's when it's usually that question.
dude,
that shit's
fucking,
real.
the only
They
talk
get
show
down to
host, the Latin, like Hispanic talk show host I remember is La Gordo and La Flaca. Y La Flaca.
Those dudes are stupid, anyways.
Are they still alive?
Does
Yes.
anyone,
Nah.
They
does
should
anyone
know
else
it.
have any
I don't
crushes
think
they
have
want
a
to
show.
remember?
So there's this guy I liked in high school because I liked people before, but like not really. It was like people just giving me
More
things. So
Mutual friendship.
yeah, and like, but yeah, I liked him, and like he's in my Japanese 1 class and Japanese 2. He was a junior, and I was a freshman. And basically, because I was really weird and didn't know how to talk to people, I would just freeze up every time he talked to me. And then I would just like stare at him and talk to my friend and be like, "Oh yeah, he's like really cute."
The power of editing.
Okay, cool.
This is our longest
Okay,
podcast
Okay. Let me
ever.
finish the
Hey,
story.
okay,
Okay,
she's
okay,
good,
okay.
she's
Go.
good, she's
Okay,
good, we're good.
okay. So basically, I just watched him essentially and like talked to my friend. I was like, "Oh, he's really cute," and then like didn't do anything for 2 years. Then the year he was graduating, I wrote my phone number in his yearbook and expected him to call me, though he didn't know anything about me. I was like absolutely heartbroken when that wasn't the end result.
That's bad.
Damn. Kelsey doing this crazy stuff, like asking
My
you out
mom is
for-
even calling me out how lame that is.
asking you out for Animal Crossing and shit.
Kelsey's living on the edge.
Kelsey's always doing these weird
Edgy.
antics.
Hey, from what I see her playing Siege, I assume that she's always on the edge.
She lives on the edge. This is her pledge.
She's so free and spirited. She's looking at one wall. I'm like, Kelsey, let's do it on the left. Kelsey, let's do it on the left. Kelsey, what? Looks to the right. Looks
Gets
up.
a headshot on
Looks up.
Mickey.
Yeah, and then I flick and like disarm a bomb in like 2 seconds.
Kills him.
Man,
It's
I'm
Oh,
so
man.
happy that I was recording that time. I chucked a fucking bomb and destroyed the floor underneath the bomb, under the fucking defuse,
And it just
Wow.
and then fucking popped off, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was a bug or something.
Full disclosure, I stopped like 6 times during this entire time to go look at Sigourney Weaver's hip bones.
Yeah,
In that
I've
picture I
posted.
noticed.
Like, damn, dude, like, Look at her fucking how jacked she is. Look at her fucking muscles. Like looking back, I'm just like, damn. I have like this set a path for me.
The standards, like, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I
yeah.
think we're good, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's this. Welcome. We're back. We're back.
Season 2, yeah. Moist.
I hope we're back.
Season 2 of the Moist.
Hey, if you like our podcast, follow us on Twitter and
We have a Twitter?
we have a
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah,
we have a
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah,
We have
Instagram.
Twitter.
We
We
have a
have
YouTube.
YouTube. We have.
We have a Snapchat.
We have a
We
Twitch.
have a tweet.
I think they know if you have a YouTube. They're watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch us
But
on
post it on there
Vimeo.
anyway. Put it in the.
On Vimeo, yeah.
All right.
All right,
Alright,
you
guys.
wanna
TJ combo is going already.
You wanna head us out of here?
I'm back.
Nah, I don't think want to.
Alright, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yes,
I hope you like
Oh, he's DC. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
I feel like fucking out.
Back to when my passion flow. I'm back to